Same niggas that made JoJo's is about to animate it,
Oh,
bro.
I thought we were
Real
talking
nigga
about
stuff.
Smash.
I don't know what
you,
he
I'm not
talking
gonna
Hey,
lie.
hey,
about.
hey!
I
I'm
don't know what
gonna
he
tell y'all
talking about
something real
either.
quick. Hold on, guys. We live, baby.
Hey
Introduction.
yo,
It's
Don't, hey,
guy.
Virgo, don't ever do that shit no more. That shit was horrible.
That is
and
trash.
we're back.
Come on.
What's poppin'? We in this bitch. Y'all motherfuckers know what the fuck it is. We out here with the gang. Out here in the bitch talking about now 27. Hey, guess what? I didn't wait so long because I was waiting for the bitch to come out. I waited so long because I just felt like waiting for so long. There it is. Y'all niggas here.
You
And we-
lying.
What he meant to say is that he was on color people's time and he
Hey,
actually on time.
CPT, straight up.
I'm sure y'all understand because that's based on Burgos analytics. Most of them is 70% black
Oh my
people. So you
God.
know y'all got it.
70%.
That's not what he meant to
Nigga,
say.
it's
What he
like
meant to say
95%.
was what he meant to say.
Yeah, I'm the
No,
5%.
Don't
I'm
twist
about
his
to
words
say,
around.
who
We have
is
90.
this
Hey,
man?
bro. Hey, I wanted to say we've been blessed with a white man in the stream. We have CGK here. Hey,
And
six
you got
Yeah, you
pack.
another,
could
bro.
tell
You say you
by
got
the
another one on
nigga.
the way, right?
Go. Hey, six pack. You want to do it for CGK? Go ahead and do it.
He's pure
Dun
cause.
dun
Look at this
dun
address.
Don't
dun
get
dun dun dun.
Number 2, go.
I'll wait for
Oh,
Pure
Glenn.
since he's not doing it.
caucasus.
Oh, since they ruined it. Okay, keep going.
All right. So this stream today is about how trash Zoro is.
Oh,
I'm
chill
not.
out. Oh, okay.
I'm
Turn.
saying,
I'm
All
here.
right,
Oh,
I'm gonna have
wait.
to go.
We
I'm
doing
gonna holla
that?
at y'all
Oh, I
later.
That's
was
what we
here.
doing?
Cheers.
I'm kidding.
Defender's
Oh, I ain't
here.
even
Okay,
read the
cool.
chapter yet.
7 motherfuckers. How we talking about how we got a Hydra and how Hercules got to come slay that motherfucker?
Mm, well, bro. So first, let's take it from the top, bro. We gonna talk about motherfucking Sanji.
Oh,
Go ahead. This is y'all chapter. Y'all can stay in Sanji as much as y'all want
So,
to.
bro, look. I'm not gonna be the typical. Oh, he finally did something. No, bro. Look, Sanji did something cool. Top form Sanji is back. I don't know why he had to break his whole character down with whole cake and reaffirm everything we already knew. But hey, it's Sanji, so we're back in it. We're back in full stride. Shout out to Frankie with that iron suplex. We back in it.
No, so with you saying that point, there's something I want to address right there. That suplex really gave me some good vibes because it brought me back to him versus Senor Pete and the respect that they
Bro,
had.
exactly, bro. I said he actually learned from his enemy. Bro,
That is the move that Senor Pink used on him, and that's phenomenal.
yep,
bro,
looks.
that actually sounds great, bro. You learn a technique from your enemy.
Sharingan.
That's something. One Piece is finally doing something crazy.
Man, he ain't learned that shit from Senior Pink. He just did a suplex.
So hold
The
on.
fuck?
You mean to tell me if I
The
punch?
fuck?
Hold on, wait. If I punch Durson and he punched me back, he learned it from me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Cause
yeah,
y'all
Yeah.
act
Law. I
like
learned that
a
shit from you, bro.
suplex is a big thing.
When it,
Bro,
Suplex
you,
is
bro,
shut up.
no, bro. A suplex is crazy technical. You don't do it right, you'll break your neck.
yeah, tell him.
You have never in the series seen Frankie suplex or do a wrestling move for that matter once.
Oh.
Yes, he has.
When?
Oh.
When?
Strong right is like a clothesline.
Goofy
Oh
ass.
my gosh.
It's not.
Nigga.
It's
A suplex is a suplex, nigga.
Frankie's a man.
Lily is iconic because him and Senor Pink connected on a different level.
But like before they even connected, they were suplexing each other.
Bro, shout out to Senor Pink, bro.
But it was
His backstory was crazy.
the suplex that he did. Frankie took that nigga up to Scott Pia and then brought him back.
Yep.
A suplex and a fucking suplex. But anyway, if y'all want to put some more, off on it, that's cool.
I don't know.
Good
Maybe
deal.
I'm over analytical. Oh well.
Yeah. That
But I
I
feel.
believe like in my opinion, I think the chapter was so dry that you
Oh.
gotta
Mm-hmm.
put that extra ump on it to get some entertainment
That's
out
right.
of it.
I think the chapter was a 10 out of 10 chapter though. I like
Oh
that
my
chapter.
Shout
god.
out, shout
Oh,
out to Sanji.
wait a
Shout
minute.
out to
And here
Sanji.
Other thing
comes a
too.
new challenger.
The other thing too is that
I
I
like this a lot.
believe that hold on. I believe that how many people's in here? I believe like a good 70% of y'all don't even have your own opinion. I think y'all just
Okay.
no.
So this how we start off.
Hold on, wait.
Listen.
Let me be
Hold
part
on,
of that
wait,
30%
no.
that do then. Let me get my
Uh-oh.
opinion out the way.
30%.
Let me
Wait,
get
no.
my opinion out the way before y'all start doing
Wait,
that.
but if you're agreeing with Ty, you don't have your own opinion.
Hey,
No. Don't
Whoa.
What I felt about this chapter is
I didn't name
hold on.
I didn't name anybody.
Hey, I'm not worried about none of that.
Yo,
Hold on.
Let me get my opinion about
10
the
people in
chapter.
the room. So you
But
were
listen,
talking
I
about
didn't
most
name.
of
Hey.
us.
Listen, but I didn't name anybody. You taking it
You
personal.
were
Is that
talking
you
about
feel-
most of
Yeah,
us.
you're the
You wanted to,
70%. You're right, Ty.
If
you
you feel
putting yourself
slighted
in
by
it.
that
You
comment,
putting a target
then
on yourself. I never named anybody.
Bro,
There are 10
look.
people in the
I
room.
give the chapter a 6, bro. And my man,
I
my man
was
Sanji
waiting on
turned up,
Big
and I
News
give it a 6.
yeah, I'm just trying to get my
I've been
opinion
waiting
out
on
there.
Big News opinion.
Yo,
When
you heard it. If it don't
Okay,
apply,
now
let
y'all
it
really about to
fly.
start.
Like you
Hey,
take
Yeah,
it to
I got you.
the
Maybe throw the
heart.
gun.
Like if
One at a time, niggas.
like maybe my calculations was
Okay.
wrong.
So what I'm saying about this chapter is I felt there was a bunch of wasted panels on the line. I really didn't care for that. Like,
Or do you?
oh, somebody left.
Oh,
Yeah, so the line
It
was like just a
70%.
bunch of wasted.
We out.
It wasn't even like a main threat. Usopp was just chilling. He wasn't even scared. And the main big thing about this chapter is that Sanji doesn't care for the guys again. Like he's not a nice guy anymore.
Okay, that was
He's like,
expected.
huh?
I'm sorry. No, we actually got clean.
Oh, we
twins.
getting Thanos
yeah.
snapped again.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Thanos snapped
Don't
your
get
ass out your
clean.
own stream, nigga. I told you earlier, Virgo, what was
So
gonna happen.
Bro, we got hit with that.
no, y'all got hit. I'm good.
All right, anyway, continue, Big News.
Yo,
What? I don't even
Yeah,
know where I
somebody
left off.
disagree. This is
Well, I don't even
crazy.
know where I left off. What'd you last hear?
You said it
I
was
heard you
some.
The
said something
wasted
about
panels?
wasted
You
panels.
said wasted
Yeah.
panel.
I said that I
Can
felt
you
that
give
a
me an
bunch
example of a wasted panel?
Can you let him talk?
the
No, can he
lines.
give me an example of a wasted panel? Can you hush?
No,
Like
he just wants
Oh,
to.
shit.
Yeah, when I feel like you wasted the panels, like you didn't need to describe how long this line was and how all the girls were there. I mean,
I don't
you
agree
just
with
you,
that.
okay, that's fine. Well, I'm gonna finish my point. You can not
No,
agree
I
with
know. I
whatever
was
you
just
want to.
asking for an example. It's not. This is
Okay,
not. I'm not.
okay,
I'm
I
not
gave you
arguing
your
with you. I just
example.
wanted
Now I'm
an
gonna
example.
finish.
Go ahead.
Now
Okay.
So now, like I said, like I felt like we wasted that. And the only true aspect of Sanji that we got that I liked was that he didn't care for Usopp Usopp and Frankie's opinion. He only cared about what Robin thinks. He's not that nice guy that he wasn't Whole Cake.
I remember that.
Bro, look. I give the chapter a 6, bro. My man Sanji turned up, and it's not a 10 out of 10. Until we see something significant, until I see some flambe shot from Sanji, it's not a 10 out of 10.
There's no
All right,
threat
that's
for that.
kind of biased, but all
These are
right.
fodder we're talking about. He's
Wait,
not going to do that.
for you to carry, he has to do a named attack. Why?
No, bro. People are saying, "Oh my gosh, Sanji finally did it! 10 out of 10 chapter." No, it's a 6.
Yeah.
Sanji was great,
That's not
but
what I said though.
no, bro. You said that 70% was having your own opinion, bro.
First
No,
of all, we saw Sanji's
No, that's
strength.
true. 70% don't have they like here's the thing. Word on the street, if we say, right, is that this was a trash chapter. You know what I mean? So if that's word on the street, people's gonna come up in the stream, they're
I
gonna be
say
like,
it wasn't
yeah, the
trash.
chapter
bro, it
was
wasn't
trash,
trash,
or it was
bro. A 6 is
mediocre.
not bad.
No. But I'm saying
I just didn't like
they're
it.
gonna
I thought it
down
was
The 6
the
is
boring.
a
chapter.
D.
I
I
read the
thought it was
chapter and I
boring.
have my own opinion of like, yo, this is a 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like, and that's
So
what I'm gonna
why
say.
is
I can't.
Bro, a
And
6 is above average.
listen.
No.
I never
So
said
wait,
that
hold on.
y'all.
What
I have a
makes
Listen, I
it
question.
never
I
a
have a
said
10
y'all
out
was
question.
of
Wait,
wrong.
10?
I
Type
never
one.
said that you was wrong if you don't think it's a 10 out of 10.
What
You
makes
you
it a
asking
10 out of
why
10?
is it a 10 out of 10?
I want to know
Yeah.
why it is for you.
All right, because listen, like one, I don't even read a lot of manga like that. You know what I mean? And I'm not even, and I'm not I don't like I read
so you don't have a
One
lot
Piece.
to base your opinion
I
on?
know
Go ahead.
That doesn't
why
mean
it is.
that.
My
I don't
Hero
have to read a
Academia.
lot of manga to
But
understand One Piece. Like what does reading JoJo or what does reading Hunter X Hunter, like that has nothing to do with One Piece. So like F those niggas. But so check this out, right? So I have and the reason why I don't is that a lot of those other mangas and stuff like that, they don't interest me like that. You know what I mean? It's like I'll read it'd be bored, or I'll look at the anime, it'd be bored or whatever.
what
But One Piece
about
is
the
dope.
chapter made it a 10 out of 10, my guy?
Listen,
Come on.
I'm
Hey, no,
getting to
he's
that.
entitled to that. He don't fuck with it. That's all him.
Yeah. I'm
Come
getting to
on,
that. So
Virgo, stop protecting him. Why is the
Yeah,
chapter
why is
good?
it a 10?
Hold on,
Who
hold
cares
on.
about
It's
like
not.
JoJo?
It's
And
not.
I'm a
We know that. I
listen,
just want to hear why he
Let him
thinks
say
that.
it.
listen, and I'm a
Like,
hard
what are you talking about?
I'm a hard critic. I'm not an easy critic. I'm not an easy critic at all. You know what I mean?
Wait,
Like,
hold
but
on,
when
hold
I
on.
was reading the chapter, right?
I don't
Right.
agree.
So
I don't agree with him
Ty,
saying
did you enjoy the chapter?
Ty, please tell me
I'm getting
what
to
makes
it.
this
Listen.
chapter a 10. Come on.
Listen, like I said. So
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. He hasn't said the point as to why it's a 10.
Fast forward, Ty.
people butted in. Like that's not even like I could have been. All right, listen. So when I was reading the chapter, I have like a max level of enjoyment of like, okay, I'm reading a chapter and it was funny. It was like Oda's like a chapter that only Oda could do. Like that's what Oda does. Oh, the jokes was funny. The plot moved on. It was dope parts in it. I'm like, oh, it's not like this is high. And the ending, and like check this out.
Hold
Like
on.
if you're
Hold
reading
on.
it and listen, like we review the chapter as a whole when we're finished, right? We don't read halfway through it and be like, oh, this is a this or this is a this.
Hey,
So
some
at the
niggas do,
end of the
but
day, no, I know, but at the end of the day, when I was finished with it, it's like, oh snap, the previous chapters, I mean, the previous pages made more sense, and this is like a dope. This is 10 out of 10. Like I liked the chapter a lot.
Okay, now one thing I have to say about what you said, you began it by saying you don't read a lot of manga. So you
I
can't
don't,
say this is
cause they're
something
trash.
only. Oh, can I finish? So
That's
how do you know this is
crazy.
a chapter
Time
only
out, bro.
Oda could
Look.
read?
It can be
Like,
subjective,
They don't
Ty.
you
gotta
If
be
Ty,
don't.
trash.
if Ty enjoyed the chapter, it's his
Wait,
business.
wait,
talk.
No, 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 no.
What
But
I want to
I'm
hold
know.
on.
telling you is
Did
that
y'all hear
this.
what I said though?
Y'all not
Bro,
gonna
I
it's
let
my
said if he don't read
look. It's my
a lot
opinion,
of
right?
manga,
Listen, but
Mm-hmm.
it's
hold
my
on. But
opinion.
you
So
said
if this
That
is
this,
this
this
is
is the
something
opinion.
listen,
only
listen, listen.
Oda.
This is my opinion. So like, let's say that let's say if
nigga,
Virgo is like,
nigga, let Milo talk.
Like, I'm just saying. You said only Oda could write this a chapter like this. But you said you don't
it's
read a
his
lot of
style. I
manga.
didn't say he can write a chapter.
That's
No,
what
this is
you
this is
said, Ty.
this. No, I
Ty,
said
like,
this is a style that Oda does. This is what Oda
oh,
do. Like it's like you can't even appreciate it because you want to see a fight all the time. One Piece is
Ty,
not
oh,
about
no,
Ty,
no.
fighting.
Ty, Ty, let me
Don't
get
tell
this
me what I
question out
want
to
to
you.
see.
Let me get this
First of
question out
all,
to
hold
you.
on, Big Dude.
Okay, my
Big
bad,
Dude,
Milo.
hold on. I thought the chapter would kind of, we barely found out new information. We
Wait,
barely did.
That's
And
not
I
true. We
didn't,
found out a lot of new
can
information.
the jokes that were there, I feel like this is Wano. We don't got time for jokes.
Yes,
Like,
we do. This whole
We don't got
series is
time.
about
Yo,
jokes.
what you mean?
Ty, let me.
Luffy
Oh,
in
Luffy
prison.
beating
Time out,
Crash.
Ty.
Luffy was
Did
all
you,
fat.
Did you enjoy the chapter?
That was a joke.
yeah, he
Yeah,
said he did.
that's why I said 10
All
out of
right,
10.
bro.
And I wrote
That's all
wait.
that matters. That's all that
No,
Ty,
matters.
Ty,
wait.
what I
Hold
want
on,
to
hold
know
on.
is, can you
No,
hear me?
I'm not
What?
defending my rating. I'm just answering questions like on like when
Yeah.
y'all like, oh, how could it be 10 out
Answer
of 10?
this
What I want to
question
say
then,
is this
Ty.
too.
He get
Say
21.
wait. Say if prototype is like, yo, Ty, you got to check out JoJo. JoJo's dope. Or
God
you got to
damn,
check
yo,
out
quit bringing up JoJo.
Kingdom. Or you got to check out are you going to check out
Lingdom.
the X
You
Hunter?
gotta check it out, but I
Right. Look,
trust.
so no. I know. So like people say that, and I read these things and I check them out, and I'll be like, nah. But this One Piece chapter though was like, yo, this was lit. This was a 10 out of 10. So what I'm saying when I'm like, yo, like my max enjoyment, I got a 10 out of 10 from the chapter. And
Okay,
here's the thing too, like I got a
this is
10
what I
out of
want to
10. I'm
ask
gonna
you, Ty.
preach.
Hold
I'm
on,
gonna preach it's a 10
Ty.
out of
I
10.
want to ask you
Yeah.
this: when was the last time you got this much enjoyment out of a chapter?
When was the last time I got let me see. It happens a lot lately because these are great chapters. You know what I mean? It's not like every single chapter I say that, but these chapters I think they're written very well. And like Whole Cake Island is my favorite arc because I think
Man.
that was written very well, even though a lot of people don't
trash,
like it. But I think Wano is gonna
trash,
be better. No, Whole Cake Island's dope.
Don't sleep,
When
bro.
trash.
was
Don't
the
don't.
last
Don't sleep on the
time
People got
anime,
the
bro.
you
The
most
got?
anime is
upset.
making it look better.
People got the most upset about Whole Cake Island just because it didn't go their way. But no, it went the way I
Trash.
thought it went. You know what I mean? So
Ty,
I like Whole Cake Island.
what I need you to do is answer the question. When was the last time this happened? Was it the Blackbeard panel? Was it Luffy hitting Kaido? Was it Luffy getting one shot? Was it
No, I
Kaido
told
falling
you.
from the sky?
I told you
You didn't tell me the
the
last time.
majority. No, I told you it happens a lot lately. Like the
Okay.
majority of these chapters, all right, like ever
Yeah, I'm
since
about to be out.
we been in Wano, I think it's only been like maybe 3 chapters that was like, you know, like, oh, this. I remember one of them I was like, yo, this is like a 2 out of 2 chapter. But a lot of these chapters are great chapters, so it's like, you know, like it happens often lately.
I'm glad you enjoyed it,
Yeah,
Ty.
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
definitely.
I see what this is going.
can we talk about
Yeah,
something
exactly.
Yo, bro, I
different?
actually got a
We're
theory
speaking on
now.
these chapters.
I have a theory about Orochi. So we know that we saw 5 heads from the little panel with the final panel.
Mhm.
We know that Orochi is based off the 8-headed serpent. So I'm thinking he has like 8 subordinate retainers. I mean, 3 subordinate retainers making 8 heads.
How does 3 retainers make 8 heads?
Because it's 5, bro. It's 5. There's 5 heads in the last panel with Orochi. 3 more heads makes 8 heads. Like 3 retainers.
Are you saying the retainers are also like smile dragons or something?
I don't know. I don't know, but I think it would make sense.
If he's a trash smile user, I'll fucking die.
Bro, no, Oda, I'd have to actually throw hands at Oda, bro, because he's messing up most of the villains in this arc.
This chapter, anyone with Smile so far has been garbage.
Bro, I think Dobon actually killed me, bro. Like that whole smile thing, bro. Dofi finessed Kaido, bro. He got these smile fruits from the thrift store and then said they were top end. Like he finessed Kaido.
Been garbage.
Caesar finessed them because Caesar was the one that did it.
But bro, Dofi actually sold them.
And Caesar made it. Here, wait, real quick, Milo, real quick. Caesar finessed the shit out of Dofi, who then finessed the shit out of him.
Bro,
I feel like Kaido don't care about the bottom feeders, though. I don't think he care about the bottom feeders.
I mean, they're just there for plot. Like, let's be real.
There are no good headliners that aren't supernovas, and I will stand by that.
Bro, I thought Holden was about to do something.
Sheepshead, better than Hawkins.
Sheepshead's garbage as well.
What about Pooh?
Sheepshead is amazing.
Well, there could still be some really good smile
Sheepshead
users.
is not better than Hawkins.
He definitely is.
We not gonna call Batman trash.
In regard,
In any work. We not gonna call Batman.
We ain't gonna talk about Gazelle Man. Fuck you.
Gazelle Man speed bless Zoro and Luffy, bro.
Yep.
Hey, but Gazelle Man outspeeded the nigga that's supposed to be Pirate King, boy. What happened to all those people that said Luffy can see the future, boy?
Bro, he went so fast. Even bro, Gear 2, bro, he couldn't even go Gear 2 before, bro. He was already gone.
Yep.
That nigga was gone. Where's Luffy's future sight then with Gazelle Man blitzed his ass?
Also, welcome, Red Nose. This is your first stream.
Yeah, bro. Welcome, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Finally joined.
Hey, everybody that's watching Virgo stream, Red Nose is trash. Just so y'all know that.
Oh no, he didn't.
No, Red Nose.
I second that.
I'm here for Facts Nation.
I got love for Red Nose. He's a good homie. He knows One Piece, no matter how outlandish you think whatever he might say in the next 10 minutes is.
Red Nose, they were telling me that you don't defend Sanji on Discord.
This
It's
chapter
disgusting.
is 10 out of 10.
Red Nose, you too?
Yes.
No, the chapters are 10 out of 10. Just like if y'all go over details or y'all don't appreciate it or whatever, that's on y'all. But the chapters are 10 out of 10 chapters.
Hey guys, appreciate things more.
Man, I was reading this chapter, boy. I was reading the chapter. I was going to sleep, and then Sanji did his thing. I was like, all right, bet. And I went back. Then I went back to sleep. And then when I got done, I went and read the origin chapter and was hyped.
Bro, Origin is off the hook, but nah, we're back to One Piece, bro.
Origin stream. Nice little solo plug there.
I'm waiting.
Hey, hold on. You said in the origin stream, but
See, like one of the things about
this nigga gave his whole backstory about how he don't read other shit. All right, man.
Yeah, I'll give you that, Durson.
Jojo.
Like,
bro.
One of the things about the chapter, somebody talked on it a little bit earlier. They was like, Sanji, he's not. He don't care about the guys. He just care about Robin. Sanji, he just want to impress the girls. He's not really doing his mission. But the thing is that, like, even if that's true, by Sanji being himself, that's what he's gonna do. You know what I mean? Just like Zoro's gonna do what he does. Sanji's still gathering the samurai because they're seeing like.
Wait, hold on, Ty. Let me ask you this: if you're playing basketball and you're playing with your friends, are you gonna go harder if a chick starts walking by and starts looking at you? You're gonna go harder, right?
That's facts.
Like, bro, you gonna start windmilling, dunking, bro? Like, you're gonna do everything.
I mean, if you can.
What I'm saying though is that even though because they was right, they was barking at Sanji because they're like, yo, make it stronger so you could bring the guy samurais here. Sanji wouldn't listen, but when they seen the altercation that happened and they're like, yo, wow, this is a strong shopsman or whatever. He's attracting the samurai, like he's attracting them anyway. So it's like he's getting the job done.
See, bro, no compromises with Sanji, bro. Look at him.
Accidents.
No, yeah, you could say it was an accident, but the thing is that like Luffy does some stuff by accident and it works out. So it's like Sanji's is working out.
Yeah, I would say so. How do
You
you?
got
How
the
do you, Go ahead.
you got the whole Straw Hats eating Sanji's food again. That makes it a 10 out of
Yeah,
10.
like that was
Only
dope.
that was dope.
What?
I enjoy cooked feats.
And
People
if
shit
you
on.
notice,
I feel like y'all sound like y'all just want a manga about Sanji cooking
That's
and
what I'm
kicking
saying.
people. Like,
hey, you know how many people say
But
Shingeki no
the other thing
Kyojin
too is that
best
if we
manga?
try to
We can't shit on that.
Hey, yeah, I like that part too. When they was trying Sanji cooking for the first time.
Yeah,
They gotta think about it. Like that was
bro.
kind of a traumatic
I think
experience for them, cause like they wasn't expecting that nigga to come back. Like they don't know what the fuck was about to
you
happen.
don't
So
Bro, they
I
I
was
do
think
trying
like
to, bro,
that.
they were gonna be making PB&Js. Like they didn't know how to cook.
Yeah, I do like
escaping
that. I do like that. So
escaping from Big Mom's not an everyday thing.
I agree, bro. And like,
Oh,
think about
Rose
it.
did it.
I don't know. It was kind of like I'm not. It's kind of hard when little shorty lost her food and he gave food to little shorty.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
that was
See, Sanji a real man, bro. He give to the kids. He beats niggas up, and
this is the other thing too. That girl character was written very well, and her introduction was great. And it's like that, which I don't appreciate that. It's like, oh, I don't care about that. That puts you to sleep. It's like, no, that was dope.
That was dope.
She was laughing at everything.
don't get me wrong. The chapter was okay, but
She's
like,
a thought in training. Why would I care about her?
ooh,
Wait. Why you
ooh,
whoa, whoa,
I like how
whoa.
Frankie's like, oh, they did something that's gonna make Sanji real mad.
The other,
Like
the,
we
the
are,
other thing
like
too,
we ain't
the
already know that. Like we
part of
know if you
why
disrespect food,
part of why
Sanji gonna get
part of
pissed.
why I rate this chapter a 10 out of 10 is that it not that it builds on, but it draws from past 10 out of 10 chapters. So like I remember a chapter when it was about Tama, and we found out that Tama like she only eats. We found out that Tama like only eats like twice a year. That's like all she has the money for or whatever. So then we had this kid bring it up again, like, you know, like, oh, I don't eat often, you know, like, and when I do, I wanted to eat your food because it tasted so good or whatever. And I'm like all of that. That's meaningful, deep stuff, like what Naruto does and stuff like that. And like
son, the whole
that
country
makes
is
it good.
poor. There are gonna be
No, but
millions
still,
of people that don't eat.
no,
But bro, it's a little
still,
girl, bro. It's a
still
little
a
girl.
touching. It's still a touching moment where it's like, you know, like oh wow, like, you know, like she
hey,
this, look how well she took it, and that was like her
if you
only
ask
2 meals
me,
a year.
hey, but if you ask me, I think that was kind of dumb on her part. Okay, if you like, look, if you ain't got no money to be eating like that, you say I'm gonna spend my money on this food because it tastes so good. Bitch, what about the rest of that year? Like, no, but my mama would beat my ass if that was I was her. The
No, but
fuck?
she actually made the smartest move because she got to eat something. Sanji's like one of the best chefs, so she actually like,
But
doesn't
bro,
come up.
look, that's basically saying, bro. She said you could get some, bro. You can get some shady dealer. They'll give you some bad food, or you could go eat good at this one dude, but it'll be all your money.
Yeah, like
Sanji
nah,
might be
fuck
You
toxic
that.
better
over there.
open
We
a
don't know.
cup of noodles and drink it and have some food for
Nah,
the
bro.
week.
She gonna eat one of those noodles every day,
So
bro, until she all done.
hold on. Let me ask you this question because we seen what Tama ate. Tama ate a little. I don't. It wasn't a rice bowl, but Tama ate a little something, right? And she gave it to Luffy. Matter of fact, so. You rather have 2 of those little things a year than a whole whatever Sanji made. Sanji looked like he cooked some.
No,
I
he
would have
cooked
had
some
that
good
one meal from
shit.
Sanji. Yeah, you wildin', son.
Bro, the moment I saw that shit, nigga, I ordered some noodles and company.
Bro,
Bro,
exactly, bro. That's that, bro. When Sanji cooks, bro, like it makes you actually hungry. Like
Man,
that's
to be
what.
real, hey, to be
Alright,
real,
them noodles ain't look that damn good. Y'all
Yeah, that's
gotta
yeah,
what
that,
I'm
chill.
saying, bro. I
yeah,
had a
that,
Them black
whole
and white
arc
ass
about
noodles.
food. I'm done
They
with
ain't
that.
say
hey,
that shit on
You gotta
Harris.
wait for the
Like
anime.
Wano did something. Wano did something with the poor people in Wano and the kids that makes me care about it.
man, look,
That they weren't able to do
to be
in
real.
Dressrosa with the Tontadas because I didn't care about the
Hey, look,
Tontadas.
hey,
You know,
look. To be real, if I was in Wano, I would have got kicked too. Cause I would have tried to rob his ass. Like, oh,
hell yeah.
we hungry as shit. This nigga got a noodle cup. Oh
Like
yeah,
in the
Bro, no, no,
middle of
no,
the
no, no,
city,
no, no,
Gerson.
no, no, no,
You
I
dog.
got
What
would.
you do?
starving
No, Gerson.
people
What you do is get,
selling
bro.
noodles.
I have a sister, bro. I tell her and have her beg for food because I know Sanji's real soft on chicks, bro. He'll give her a bowl or two,
But nigga, they don't know that. They don't know that nigga Sanji.
I
Yeah.
That's
bet you,
why. That's why
Gerson,
I'm
bro,
saying. That's why I'm
bro,
saying I would have got kicked. Cause I
I
wouldn't
mm,
know
bet
that
you,
nigga, but I was gonna rob his ass anyway.
I bet you
bro. I
Sanji
might
ain't
get, bro.
charged
You might
none of
get
them
speed
women.
blitz.
Did y'all see how long that line was? Like,
The
I don't know
wasted
if I could
panels.
stand in that
The
line.
wasted
yeah,
panels. Here we
th-
go.
that
Man,
line
it
was
was
crazy.
curving and
That
We
everything.
actually that's like the longest people. That's like the longest
that
line of
line
people ever
itself is
wanting
a
his
10 out of
food.
10.
It's like it almost shows the growth in his cooking skills. At this point in the
Nah,
story.
And we
Nah.
got to decide one thing.
The wasted panels.
When was the last time he had a cooking shop in a town somewhere? Like, it's been a minute. Ain't it, so.
And y'all just gonna excuse Robin for having these thought activities? No,
Wait a
doing
minute.
that. We're not doing that, bro.
Bro, no. What Robin does is she makes a clone, so she'll be completely STD free.
I have no idea.
Robin's about to get that guy.
My girlfriend bought these. I have no idea how much they cost.
Her line of
Robin is a whole stripper.
I say these
Robin is about to.
No,
Robin's
3 years old now.
just the
I had this
dancer.
for a while, so
Just the
if
Robin's
you
about to
get
get that
something like
guy.
this, just know they last long.
That's what they say. Oh, she's
This girl knocking other bitches out. That's the thought.
Robin's about to get that guy beat up.
Robin's
Like,
a
that's
stripper.
not the same
She's a whole
thing.
stripper, son.
Bro, nah. Robin be slobbing, bro.
This is thought activity
Excuse me, I
to the
gotta
max, boy.
use the
If a
belt.
girl gasses Virgo's head up to give her $1,000,
Thought activity.
right? And then like when Virgo gives her when Virgo gives her the $1,000,
Don't
these
believe him.
people
I
break
don't
in the
bite
crib.
hard.
These people break in the crib and then they rob Virgo. That's the girl's nothing wrong with the girl.
This is a terrible scenario.
Bro, he
No, but
said
that's
you can
what
get.
Robin's
Bro,
about to
bro,
do.
he said you
Virgo,
over here
you
with the
be tricking?
grifter.
Know that, right?
Virgo,
Like
you be
Robin's
tricking
about to.
because you don't got
Robin's
it.
about to act like
You don't got it.
she's about to
Virgo.
act like she's all into the Orochi guy or whatever, and she's gonna get like she's gonna set him up.
Hey,
So
bro,
you mean she's a thought? So you mean she's a thought?
Exactly.
A whole thought.
I
No,
have
just
she's
these one more
excuse her.
time.
taking advantage.
Just because she's a
She's
main
taking
character,
advantage
that
of
means
looks.
she can't be a thought.
It's
Bro,
like
she's a courtesan.
if her looks could
She
When
is
we
be
not-
met,
I don't know if it is.
hey, when we
she's
met
gonna trick
her,
them.
she was a thought, and now
Alright.
her thought tendency is coming
Hey,
back.
big
Bro,
news.
bro.
Oh,
Time out. Y'all know the crocodile was tearing her up. La Spada, bro. Come on.
Oh, all Miss Sunday.
Y'all
That
niggas,
is
hey, y'all
crocodile.
niggas
Okay,
gonna
we
take
good. You can sit
that
back on it now.
where?
Honestly, let's
I say
count
those
the
ain't even mine.
thoughts. We know Boa gave it up mad time.
Oh,
What?
we're not gonna disrespect
No,
Bo
she did
like
not.
that.
Yes, she did.
No, she
But you
did
know,
not.
bro.
Does she have a choice?
As a
Though? Is it really
slave,
doing
yes,
this?
she
Oh,
did.
Yeah, she probably did. Yeah.
Robin
Bro,
was giving it up
wait,
while crazy.
give it up. What do you mean gave it up?
Bro,
Oh,
bro,
you
what?
put
You're
her
right.
on
You're
the
right.
spot.
You're right.
Y'all know
You're
the
right, Virgo.
Wait,
You're right.
what's the third boa sister's name?
Virgo, she got
Marigold.
It was tough.
Bro,
From
Sheba, what
Boa.
happened to her, bro? She was fine when she was younger, but then she turned into like a bowling ball.
Got raped too much.
oh wow.
It was took from Boa.
Y'all niggas over here fantasizing about One Piece characters getting their shit taken, bro. Y'all wild.
I'm just telling you.
Nah,
That's
Nah,
good.
bro, nah, not even that, bro. That's disrespectful, bro. I'm just trying to figure out.
Y'all don't remember
Never
that
mind.
Jay-Z line when he's like girls will get you sidetracked and clap from close feet.
I don't listen to her.
She's just playing them.
I mean, yeah, I know she just playing him. I don't know what these niggas talking about getting her ass taken and shit. I don't know what these niggas talking about.
Bro, bro, shout out to Boa, bro. She is too loyal for Luffy. Not, bro. Luffy is a fool.
Yo, I got a question right now. Does this mean? Do you guys think? I've been thinking, right? Boa's gonna come to this arc, and this new bitch, I think she's pretty. Boa has to come now to show her.
Nah, Boa ain't coming. So, like, why would Boa come?
Bro,
Alright,
bro, Luffy's probably gonna run into her and be ineffective.
In the newspaper, it says
Luffy might be gay.
Oh
No,
No,
he's
but listen.
asexual.
yeah. Okay.
If Boa was to come, that would like create the type of competition that makes this girl's character pointless. You know what I mean? Like if Boa's gonna come and outshine her, then what was
I'm
the point
losing.
of her
No,
being,
because it
being
was
beauty?
that. Listen,
Y'all
it was so
theories
that
are
they need to open the borders because they're missing some good toddies out there. That's one thing.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back.
That door
I'm
needs
back.
some 40.
And y'all was talking about how Boy got body, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she got body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause like has Boy been making people faint? Like besides the bitches on her island? Like has
No. She made the Marines fade, then they turned to stone.
I gotta reread.
They fainted? Like they legit fainted? Or
Yeah, when they were
wait,
when they were with Mamanga, yeah, they fainted. Some
She
of them
has
fainted out.
Taki anyway, so she can if she wanted to.
I mean, I know that.
I think this girl got conquering Taki too. Honestly.
See, I ain't saying all that now.
Bro, you see she's gonna hockey up her hands and knock Robin out? Like, what are you talking about?
No, conquerors.
she looks like the girl from the opening, like the girl that's playing the.
One playing
Yeah, but Rebel, y'all
banjo.
say that about every girl y'all see. Oh, that's
Bro,
top.
she was
Oh,
playing the
that's
banjo in the beginning of Wano, like ding,
Yeah,
ding,
but
ding,
that's Zoro
hey,
ding,
old
but
friend.
ding,
Like
ding.
y'all say that.
I seen the panel though that Red. Hey, I seen the panel that Red was supposed to, and that shit do look mighty fucking similar.
Mm-hmm. They look the
All
same.
the
That shit do
older
look mighty fucking
women look
similar.
similar.
Like it's a fucking silhouette, and like that shit match the silhouette almost to the T.
And they're wearing the same.
But
Like,
wait. So wait, Biggie, I
jacket.
have a question for you. So the only wasted panel that you're bringing up is only the line.
Yeah, nothing like that. Line is like
So
overemphasized
why did you say plural, like wasted panels? You brought up one
because
thing.
the
I think
line
the
is been
line.
throughout the whole chapter.
I think the line shows the growth in his cooking skills, though. Like,
What growth? We knew he can cook. We knew he was the best.
Listen. Look, I could be wrong, but I think that this is the biggest this is the most his food ever been in demand before.
Hey,
So like, it shows the growth. Like some people don't care
That's
about
what?
it, but
What?
this one
Bro,
is
a
something.
Yonko wanted it.
Let me
Luffy bought
respond
a
real quick.
whole Yonko for his food.
Can I speak something?
Luffy literally did not want to move from
Yeah,
the
go ahead,
spots because he couldn't have his food.
Oda is just reaffirming everything we already
say,
know.
I was gonna say, like, if you want a cooking feed, nigga, the cake. That's like the cake makes this whole line shit irrelevant.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. But check this out.
We had a
Check this out
whole
though. The
arc
cake,
about
right?
his food, man.
Look, but the cake, right? The thing about the cake though was that the cake was a sweet. Like this is Sanji cooking food. You see the difference? Like sweets.
Really, nigga?
Yeah. No, for real.
Wait, what?
Bruh.
What
Two
did he
different
say?
skills.
What?
Come on,
No, look, listen. If we're gonna talk about, look, listen, I talk about One Piece in seriousness from like the fights to cooking sweets from cooking food. You
Hold
gotta
on. So
separate
wait,
the two
wait.
categories.
So hold on, Ty.
Those are two different type of skills.
As a chef now, cooking
Hey,
sweets and cooking
talking to a
food.
chef right now. He a
is
chef.
So
different
if he didn't cook the cake, what did he do to the cake, Ty? What did he do?
He did like some type of oh no, he memorized but this is two different things. Even that, like I think he smelt the cake or he did something to
And
the
he
cake.
memorized
And yeah, he memorized it. He memorized
That
it.
That's
was
a cooking
impressive.
And
feat,
redid it.
Ty.
But two
You know
different
how
skills
hard
he's
that
using.
is to do as a chef
I
to
call that
taste
But it's
something.
still something to do with sweets. This is his own recipe, like straight up on his own. Like of course, Big Mom's gonna have a dope cake.
Ty, why am I arguing with Ty?
No, because you're trying to make a good panel. I enjoyed trash. Like no, Jane was dope.
We're not making it trash.
Sanji had that. Listen. Sanji had that work. People was lined up. The block was hot. So.
Ty,
Then them boys came. Then them boys came like, yo, son, we got to tag.
Exactly. Have you ever doubted that Sanji could do that?
Hold on. Luffy fought a Yonko for this man cooking. That's how good of a cook he is. I don't care how long
has nothing
that
to
line
do. That
was.
has nothing to. Well, that's you. I care about how long the line is.
I mean, I think Sanji could have did that pre-time skip.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
That's the point.
he couldn't have did that. No, this is Wano. This is Wano. This is not like before.
These are where people are starving.
I don't think it's
what are you
something
talking
like
about?
niggas should be head over heels with. I get it, you like it now. You think it's
people
actually
starving there. They would have lined up for free bread.
Wait. Keep this in mind too. The cake thing, right? It was a lot of setup for the cake. Well, a lot of setup for the cake. This just happened out the blue, and it's like it's pretty good. Like it's mad good. You know, it's a difference. I'm not trying to say like this is equal to the cake. I'm talking about for something random that happened.
Ty, I'm gonna be honest.
Listen. They all have jobs. Everybody who in the story on the Straw Hat Crew does their job good. His job is to cook. They had a line for his cooking. It's not
right, and
he's honest.
All right, and he's doing good. If this was something
cake,
that resolved around Zoro, you might see Zoro cut like 100 minutes. But this is showing Sanji's cooking skills. So
when Usopp had that old toil,
I just want to say one thing: 2 feet of water. It ain't that deep.
Exactly.
I like you know what thing I like when they're eating food.
Like Robin getting invited to Orochi's room, man. She's bad. We know she could do that. I'm not gonna say it's the best thing she's ever done.
You know, no, like here's the thing. Now that's like saying, oh, you know, I know Luffy could beat Doflamingo. Like he's the main. Like you know what I mean. So it's like I don't agree with any of that. Like to me, I'm impressed by
this line is not Luffy beating the main character of an arc, my guy. That's not.
No, but you're saying people have their jobs, and that's like we know that Luffy goes, I'm good at kicking people's butts. So it's like I'm impressed by seeing Sanji cook at this level. I'm impressed that Robin was picked. And
but
they made it seem like Robin, you're one of the few who's picked. It wasn't like every girl is being picked.
But
So when
his cooking
Frankie,
has been
I
better.
appreciate the
That's what I'm saying.
detail of the story that
So,
went into it.
so what you're saying is like, what Big News is saying, like, oh shit, niggas are like waiting in line for Frankie to fix their boat. That's not impressive. But I mean, it's not bad.
yeah, it's not bad. Like,
All I'm saying is, Ty, him making a cake that knocked out a Yonko
You're talking
has to
about
be way more
listen,
impressive than this one.
listen. You're talking about a cake that had like 100 chapters of setup. Like, so what if the cake is better because it was 100 chapters of setup? For this, it was no setup. What was this, like 2 pages, like 1 page of setup or something like that?
So
Like,
are
this
you
is the dope.
surprised he can cook
Hey,
this good?
You get what I mean? Like,
hey, look,
like
the
something.
reason why the thing was only like 2 pages because it meant to be that fucking important.
It's not
No, but I
important.
mean that it matters. All right, look, like let's put it this way. Let's try to compare. Let's try to compare like Luffy versus. That's like trying to compare Luffy versus Katakuri to like Luffy versus somebody who he just fought randomly one panel or something like that. You know what I mean? And let's say like it's a good fight, like it's a good feat or whatever the case is. But you can't compare them because Katakuri was a whole arc setup. You know what I mean? Like that cake was a whole arc setup.
and
So
what
of
you're
course the
saying
cake
is,
is going to be more impressive.
Bro,
But that
look,
took
no,
a
no,
whole
no,
arc.
bro.
What?
I
there
can
we
tell this
go,
like this,
right
bro.
there.
Oh,
That's
no,
between
it's
the
just
two.
like this, bro. Oda is reaffirming everything we already knew.
Exactly. And you're trying to make it seem like it's the best feat in the world. It's not, my guy.
I know,
It's
but at
dope.
the same
It's
time, we
you're
can't say
missing
it's
what I'm
hard.
saying. For something that happened
We can't
out
say
the
it's
blue,
hard,
that's
bro.
dope. The
It's
Big
not
Mom
out the
cake
You can
blue.
say
took a
that. I'm
long
It's
perfectly
not
time.
out
fine
the
with that.
blue.
The Big
That
Mom
was
cake
his
took a long
No,
job to
time,
cook
so it better be
for
dope.
these people.
Garbo, you said wasted panels, my nigga.
It is.
It was.
It
We
was.
know
That
Sanji
wasn't a
can
wasted
cook.
panel. Or
I'm
wasted
not
I don't
panels
think it
is
was
so
like
wasted.
saying,
wasted
but it
Bro,
was.
no,
wasted panels.
guys. Look,
Like I
let's
don't
drop
think
it,
it
bro.
was
It
wasted
did its
because the
job.
thing
That's all we gotta worry about.
the thing is,
That's facts.
if for me, it affirmed that like he can still like talk about Sanji even though the whole arc happened. Second,
I
these straw hats can eat a whole food and not worry about Luffy. They're like Luffy's gonna be fine. We're gonna see him at the end of the arc. It's cool. And
Hey, they
like
both really cool about it. Like, oh, don't worry about it. Rizo and company will break them out later.
yo, they're like
Oh,
I agree.
hey, that's what I'm waiting on, boy. Now that's gonna be hype when
yo,
they
facts.
get up into
I've
jail.
been trolling.
Bro, I'm
I
trying to figure out how
believe in
Rizo's gonna
wasted
do it, bro.
panels.
Cause Rizo a big nigga, bro. Like he's huge. Like I'm trying to figure out how you gonna break in.
He's gonna
I
use
Niggas,
believe
Rasengan.
in
you
He's
gotta
gonna
think
use
these niggas are
Rasengan to defeat
strong,
himself,
bro.
bro.
Like they are. Like regardless of how wacky and goofy
yeah.
they are, they're strong.
No, you're right, bro. I thought I thought they were gonna sneak in. I forgot who this was. They're gonna break in.
I
I
mean,
believe
but they probably can sneak in too, cause like even though Shinobu was making noise and shit, they still her and Nami still snuck their ass up into the roof and was in there, no
yeah,
problem.
that was
They
dope. That
was
was
in
dope.
that
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, that was
Shinobu
dope and they
rubbed
got
me the
away.
wrong way. 'Cause I thought her yelling was absolutely remedial.
Yeah, it
Bro,
was fucking dumb. That's the gag of it.
it's just funny that she's a ninja, bro. Like, come on.
That made me upset. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Was that
I
this
didn't
chapter or
even
last
find
chapter?
that funny.
That was last.
Like
That was
her
last one.
Telling
yelling.
y'all, we gonna see like a badass ninja soon. Watch.
Hey
Uh,
man,
He's,
Rizzo. I
it's
think
gonna be very
Rizzo
soon,
going
right?
hey,
So
I think Rizzo gonna be that nigga low key. I ain't
Me,
gonna
Oh yeah,
front.
like I believe in wasted chapters, but to me a wasted chapter is like, do y'all remember the chapter when we got to Wano, right? And I think like it started off with
ooh, I knew you was gonna say this.
talks. Yeah. No, because that had wasted panels in it. Like that had filler in it. Like stuff that
filler.
like stuff that
I
we
agree,
didn't need
but
in it.
but the,
Like
the landscaping and everything was beautiful.
like
Hold on, wait. You
the
think
stuff with
that was
Sabo
wasted?
was the stuff with Sabo was good, right? Actually getting to Wano was good. The stuff with the fish and all that other stuff like that,
And
that was like
octopus,
wasted panels.
Hey, the octopus the goat, nigga. I don't give
What do you
a
mean the stuff with
fuck.
Sabo? You mean Reverie?
No, something was mentioned in the beginning of the chapter about like I think Sabo seeing Luffy's bounty or just it was just some information about Sabo or something like that. Like we got or some reverie info we got in the beginning of the chapter. But I mean like besides that, that saved the chapter from being like a complete waste. Like if it wasn't for that,
whoa.
all right, look. So here's the thing. Like let's say if we didn't get that reverie information right, and we didn't make it to Wano, that chapter would be a whole filler chapter. What I like about the chapter though is that at least we got to Wano. That's what I like about these chapters. Is that like even in bad chapters like that, because I think that was the worst chapter. We still the speed is great. Like we in the past we could have took 3 chapters to get to Wano. You know what I mean? But they did it quick, 1 chapter. Even this chapter, like the progression is so quick. Like what happened at the end of the chapter, right?
Oda is
When
getting progression.
Yeah, what happened at the end of the chapter that was dope was that guy goes, I'm too busy to deal with this. Tell Queen to get assassins. Like, do y'all know what could happen? Like, look, so it's a few things that could happen, right? One thing that could happen is that, like, you know how Cracker came to fight Luffy? So the thing is that Queen doesn't have to send assassins. Queen can just show up by herself, and it could be lit. Or even if Queen does send assassins, Sanji's probably gonna beat.
Well, you can argue the Yakuza dude didn't have to send assassins either.
But I want to ask y'all a question though.
Wait, they're not saying assassins. Though.
Like, let me ask y'all a question. Like the way I interpreted the chapter, not even this chapter. I think it was last chapter. Like, do y'all think that kid was making noise before Luffy came there, or what? Because the way they seemed like this was the first time. No, I'm saying like the way they alluded to it, like they act like they was totally surprised
about that.
Like they act like they was totally surprised when they was doing that stuff. Right? Like it never happened before.
You do got a point. You do got a point. It's just hard to tell.
Do something.
Well, you know what? Look, we could find this out right now. Like, I can't remember, but was Kid? Remember when we seen Kid? He was all bloody and beat up.
Yeah.
So was he bloody and beat up? That chapter that we seen him with Luffy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bloody and
What it points
Oh,
to,
so
guys,
then maybe he been putting in work though, and that he's just bloody.
guys.
No, he ain't do too much. Otherwise, he'd lose both his arms. You know.
but he did enough to lose one of them.
I mean, that was before.
You saying Red Nose?
Yeah, true.
So I don't know, man. Cause
what happened was right, Kaido.
If he was clean, right? If Kid was clean this chapter, I could be like, okay, he cleaned himself up.
You're quiet.
He's been messy.
Yo, what the fuck?
Cause think about it. Cause like the guards and shit when Luffy and them was going ham, the guards and shit was not like, oh, Kid's back at it again with that new guy. No, it was just like a whole new like feel for them. You feel me?
But even after that, that's two people wilding out though. Now,
yeah, but what I'm saying is, cause look, the way they had it set up,
they were
like goddamn. Wait.
Yo, this is why I love the. This is why I love the. This is why I love the panels, right?
But I want to say this though.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. So the way they had it set up, like you move this certain amount of blocks, you get this amount of food. You feel me? So like, it seemed like when Luffy and Kid started doing that shit, they kind of like gamed the system as far as like, damn, they moved all this shit. Now I gotta give out this nigga food. Now niggas is upset. So like, if Kid had already been doing shit like this, like, don't you think they would already like have that foresight that this could be possible for them to game the system, or
that depends?
Like,
that depends because one person doing it, maybe they had it, but two people doing it, who's gonna go quicker? Like, what I base my opinion on is, remember what King told Queen when King was like, Queen, how long does it take you to break two people's spirits? So I think Kid been having the strong spirit like that. You know what I mean? And now Luffy is another person.
What I think it's that Kid was lacking the competition aspect. That's
what
I see them doing.
I think so too.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They were just being competitive with each other. We know they are.
What about what King said when King was like, Queen, how long does it take you to break the spirits of two, whatever he called them?
He was talking about him and Luffy.
No, but listen, Kid been there before Luffy, and Kid never got his spirit broken. Now Luffy's there, and
Kid was
there has been a few days. I think it was like 3 or 4 days or something. And plus, there's more than one just guy in there. There's the guy in the cell that we. Yeah.
Listen, so Kid been there, he hasn't gotten his spirit broken. Now Luffy's there too, and Kid still hasn't gotten his spirit broken. Neither have Luffy. So King is like, yo, what's wrong with you? Like, you can't break these two people's spirits. So I think Kid been, putting in that work.
But there's another dude in there. His spirit don't look broken either. We didn't see him yet.
How does that prove Kid can put
No,
it in
but
work?
that person's different because, like, let's say, yeah.
What Eric is saying, like he said, that other nigga in the caves who been over here killing niggas with fist bones is there too.
No, but look, but the difference with him is that we don't know who that is. Now, let's just say if that person is a samurai, right? Like if that person is one of the what's this guy's? Say if he's a retainer, right? This is Wano, and they hold those retainers highly. So to them, that person's probably not a brat. You know what I mean? Like he's probably one of those people. Like you see how that guy was like Shedimaru, where he was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna lose to Jack. You a small fry." So if they think that guy puts in that type of work, they're not gonna be worried about him. Like, okay, we don't expect his spirit to be broken. But Kid and Luffy,
okay, but
you should have broke their spirit. So that's why that guy.
I disagree with all that.
Here's the reason, though.
Keep this in mind too. The other guy fought Kaido in the past and didn't get captured, unlike Luffy and unlike Kid. So these people are strong.
Here's the thing, though. They were talking about Luffy too. So the amount of time doesn't matter because Luffy is included.
No, it does. You just missed what I said.
No,
like, listen,
it
Kid has
doesn't.
been there. You didn't break Kid's spirit. Now Luffy's been there, and you still didn't break Kid or Luffy's spirit.
But guess what? The time starts from when Luffy is there.
No, it doesn't
said,
because
yes,
Kid.
it does.
That's
How
probably
long does it take
Kid is probably
to
a
break
big reason because it's like Kid's
spirits?
been in there. Let's just say that Kid's been in there for like a week. We don't know how long because it's like Kid's been in there for how long? You hasn't done anything.
We
now
don't
Luffy's
actually
there.
know
You haven't done
Hold
anything.
up, but he didn't say that. He said 2 people. So it
No,
has
but
to start.
okay. Look, you're missing if you act like they both didn't get that at the same time. Like it's common sense that Kid has been there first, and this person has been trying to break Kid's spirit every day. It hasn't been working. Now Luffy's there, and it's still not working. Like,
but that don't
it's a
mean
problem.
Kid been putting in work. That just
Yes, it
means
does because his spirit hasn't been broken.
Doesn't.
No, it does.
No,
see, this is one of those things where like listen, like I'm referencing the manga. I always do that. I'm gonna reference the manga. I'm gonna listen to what King said about that. Like I'm not gonna if without King's statement, what you said makes a lot of sense. I would agree with you
but that got nothing to do with them
about maybe Kid
lifting
wasn't
weights.
putting in work. But look, if we look at all the evidence, right? Because this is not even my opinion. If you look at all the evidence, if you look at how he was bloody before, he was bloody now. King said that. It's like it makes sense if like Kid was always doing that.
Doing what? Lifting?
Look, if
competing
Kid,
with Luffy? Luffy wasn't
Kid
there,
not competing
so
with
he
Luffy,
wasn't always doing it.
No, being a good slave like he was doing and doing all the work and being overpowered while doing it.
Hey, but
Luffy did the same thing.
Hold on. You think they're complaining about him being a good slave?
Yes, because listen, like you see what's happening by that. That happened. Like what are you even talking about? Like you're talking
they're
about.
Complaining
listen
about him being a good slave.
They are because listen, look, Kid is
Do
being
you know what a slave is, Ty?
Listen. Yo, all right, look, listen. One thing, right?
About him
wait, look, listen. Are you reading the?
They
listen. Are you reading the chapter? Listen.
Wait.
Are you reading the chapter or not though?
Yeah.
No. This is important.
Your name is Toby.
Look, listen.
Yes, it is, sir. Yes, it is, sir.
What's your name, boy?
Can you let me talk for a bit?
Oh my God, you hopping? Get up.
Wait, stop, man.
Virgo, yes or no? Didn't Kid said it or Luffy said it? One of them was like, "Hey, we're just doing our jobs." You know what I mean? So they was complaining that they was being good slaves because the reward system they was benefiting from it too much. Yes, they was.
This is crazy.
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, stop, because you're not making sense. Just like let me talk to other people because you're saying a lot, but you're not making sense. Everybody, look, like off of the manga, off of what happened, right? Look, Luffy and Kid, they didn't try to fight their way out. They're doing their jobs, right? Just like any other slave.
I mean, they did beat up the headliner though.
No. Listen. No. Look. Don't try to manipulate what I'm saying.
They fought their way out of that belly. That's all I'm saying.
No, look, listen. Because I'm telling the truth. You're trying to manipulate. Look, listen. Before that happened, right? Look, listen. They didn't try to fight and break their way out. They were doing their jobs. That's it. They got their rewards. They cashing their rewards. And they
sounds like their spirit is broken.
So listen. So
their job.
So they beat the guards up, but only because the guards was trying to like beat them up for being good slaves. So they're like, yo, this doesn't make any sense. That's why they're not. Otherwise,
because they're working so well, right? That's what you're saying. You're saying because they're wait.
Master, I moved that many bushels of corn, and you don't treat me like
Keep
this.
this in mind.
Wait, Ty, can I say what you're saying?
Wait. Look, because like if you can comprehend what happened, keep this in mind. If they didn't work so hard, right? They would have got less rewards and it wouldn't have been a problem. They're being so good at slaves where it's like, they're obviously ranking.
I get what he's saying. He's basically saying, here, let me say it for them. So he's basically saying that their task is their task is to move a bunch of blocks. I'm sorry, Durson. But anyways, push a bunch of blocks, right? And because they're doing it, and they're doing more than all the other slaves there, right? They're the number one slaves, basically.
Yeah,
No, I understand that.
I think it's the fact that they are excelling at being slaves.
Yes.
Yeah, they're being slaves.
It's doing
that's what I mean.
It's doing
that's what I mean. Like they're being.
No, I don't think that's why he's complaining.
I think that's
Remember, Kaido said he wants them on his crew. I think they're rebelling against that. And when you talk about spirits being broken, you want them depressed. I don't think they care how many blocks.
This is not what now you're adding your own input into. All right, look, they didn't never say.
I don't want Luffy on his
Listen,
crew.
they didn't never say. No. Listen. They didn't never say y'all are too happy in this prison. We need y'all to oppress. We're gonna beat y'all up. They was like, no, they was like, yo, like
you do whatever you
you
want.
took all the food. You know what I mean? Like you worked too hard. You got too much rewards for your
they,
slave.
they did not like that they got too many rewards from doing.
Yeah. Like for instance,
they're mad that they're
so
doing
before
their
you
job.
say like so next time before you question if I know what a slave is or not, pay attention to the manga.
Yeah, if you ever want reference.
Ooh.
But we're getting away from the fact that Taekwondo thinks that's why he couldn't have. Kid had to be doing this before.
Well, all I know is I've moved all these bushels of corn, and this is how you treat me, master.
Kid could have. In fact, Kid could have just
Even this, like his
doing
arm,
this.
we don't know how his arm got broken. But we don't know how his arm got broken. But you seen what happened? Like Kid didn't want no smoke. Kid was like, yo, but we was just doing almost like he did, like like he got in trouble before, and somebody stronger put him in his place. He's just like listening right now.
What panels are you reading?
Bro,
yo, look, this is the panels. Hold on. Do you remember the panels of when like the people came and it was like Luffy or Kid? One of them said it, but it was like, yo, we was just doing our jobs. Like we didn't do nothing. Like they didn't want no smoke.
From what we've seen, until Luffy got in that prison, Kid been in that prison cell squatting. He probably
that's not true.
On himself. That's all.
That's not true because that's not true.
It never broke him.
Exactly. We so like do you ever remember Asabata?
That's all we saw.
Look, at Asabata Odie, peep the difference, right? Luffy hit a celestial dragon. Luffy punched a celestial dragon. All of these Marines came and they fought them. They resisted so hard. Right now, these people came to Kid and Luffy, and they're like, no. Look, listen, we was just doing our job, like and they tried to avoid that confrontation.
That's actually a good point. Kid only acts up when Luffy is around.
Yeah, it's competition.
Yeah, that shit is mad true. Actually.
That problem came to them. What I mean is that like they tried to avoid it. Both of them tried to.
Kid was in that auction house, quiet. He didn't bother.
No, he wasn't. Now you just want to be right because like Kid. Listen. You can't prove Kid was in there quiet.
Oh my god. So Kid wasn't in the auction house.
If you pay attention to what you read, you could say stuff and be correct more often. You don't gotta go hard over something that's not true.
Show me the panel where Kid was in the auction house causing trouble.
I don't want to.
He wasn't.
Show me the panel, right? Look, show me the panel where Kid was in the auction house being. Show me the panel where Kid was in the auction house not doing nothing. Like, show me that panel.
When he was sitting down,
we don't look. The thing is, no, we seen him sitting down because he wasn't obviously. There was no work to do at that time.
I can hear you, but you're really quiet. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, your mic's really low on here, Red Nosy.
Yeah.
Listen, let me talk.
Yeah, why are you so low? Go ahead.
Nah, you need to fix your mic.
Yeah, you can't talk to people.
I want to say something, right? Listen, guys. Like, what if he just got there like 2 days ago? Not like he's been there for a week, right? Because he was with Kaido in the beginning and like on a different island, and then he traveled back, and now it seems like Queen has his arm. So I think he just got there just a day ago or 2 days ago. He just got there. He wasn't there that long.
When did we get that? When was that panel that they had that confrontation with Kaido?
Chapter 830
or something.
Yeah, so like a lot of like we didn't have the reverie and stuff like that. I think he had to be there for a while already. Now I'm not saying like he been there forever, but he had to be there.
But he was with Kaido though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He was with Kaido. Like he wasn't with he wasn't with in prison. He was traveling with Kaido. Kaido was.
I don't think
sail
he was traveling.
Yeah. Wait, Red Nose, what are you talking about? That was a while ago.
Yeah,
it was 3 weeks ago. Like it was like 3 weeks ago in the story.
But 3 weeks ago is even if you say it's 3 weeks ago, that's still a good amount of time that Queen had to break his spirit and it never happened.
I'm getting tired of y'all Thanos in my ass, boy.
I know there's.
I had to snap my fingers real quick.
Yo, this is gonna be so dope. Like, we seen how crazy. We seen how crazy.
So let me ask y'all a question though. Let me ask y'all a question. How do y'all feel about that mini retcon that it had on the Sea Stone?
What mini retcon?
About how like you see how these niggas lifting these blocks and pretty much,
and now it's like ineffective.
Yeah, like it's still like nerfing their powers, but not to the extent that it's been shown throughout the entirety of the fucking month.
It hits the ground every time.
Yeah, so it's just like, how do y'all feel about that?
I will say
it makes me feel terrible about Law.
Uh-oh.
It just means like they're so much stronger without the sea stone on.
Yeah.
Because Law got hit with one needle and was booking it.
No, but it's different though. A needle penetrating you and just having the cuffs on is two different things.
What I'm saying is like we
You
seen
think
throughout the
ignorant sea
entirety.
stone in the bloodstream is different from being on your hands? Where you get that from?
Hey, no, we ain't gonna do this. No. Let's not do this today.
We know that the stronger we know that the stronger drugs go in your bloodstream.
No, there's an argument strictly for Discord, man. No, stop.
In the bloodstream? That's
stop.
Keep this in mind, like
you think little chips of needle?
No, of course it's gonna be a difference.
That man said, "Oh, it's different, bro. Penetrating the blood. Ain't no panel like that, bro."
So the handcuffs are in the bloodstream.
Of course, what Hawkins throw was going to be more effective.
But this is what I'm saying though. Like throughout the entirety of the manga, like when motherfuckers even touch sea stone, they be like, oh, and they just fall out and shit. But now these motherfuckers is pretty much doing P90X with these motherfucking stones. Like
they getting stronger. This is like the Naruto. This is like the Naruto Shippuden part of the One Piece.
So you know what that means, right?
All of that stuff.
Hella trash.
That's what I was about to say. Like, if like Marco is supposed to be this stronger motherfucker in the motherfucking the verse or whatever, why was it that when he got the handcuffs on, that nigga was just like,
no. Look, this is why you gotta really pay attention to what happened. Keep in mind, Marco had the cuffs on, right? Turned his back to Kizaru and kept going. Like Marco took shots. He did get shot.
Nah, he was hella trash though.
He did get shot though.
Marco didn't have the cuffs on and was like, and was all weak. And this is the thing too. This is why I say Luffy's like right hand man level right now because he's acting like Marco with the cuffs on. You know what I mean? Like he's doing good. Marco didn't get weaker. Luffy's not getting weaker.
I don't think
he didn't do shit when he put them handcuffs on. Now we ain't gonna let you do that. We gonna act like he did something after he did put them handcuffs on.
But he wasn't out or nothing like that.
He wasn't useful at all.
Marco act like Marco had the handcuffs and nothing changed. Marco still was going. Yeah. Like to keep this in mind, Marco turned his back to Kizaru.
I can't say that.
To try to save White, but if Marco,
what did he do? What did he do, sir?
Listen. What he did is that he turned his back to an admiral. The ones that y'all hype up so much, he kept going to fight White, but like, yo, I ain't worried about him. And he took every shot. It took
him running is what you hyping up.
He stood still.
Listen, he turned his back. No. Listen, he turned
when
his
the sea stone cuffs. Hold on.
You've
been talking for 10 minutes, my guy. You're gonna chill out for a little bit. What I'm saying is when the sea stone cuffs got on Marco, he didn't fall out or nothing like that. When they got on Boa and fell down, she didn't fall out or nothing like that. Like they're not gonna make you fall out. They're just gonna take your powers away.
And listen, look, let's compare. Because it's like important stuff happening. Y'all important power scaling stuff happening. Y'all always want to talk about who's weak or who's strong. Like, all right, remember when Ben Beckman?
Power scaling.
Wait, look, remember when Ben Beckman pointed the gun at Kizaru and said, "Don't move" or whatever, and Kizaru was like, "I know who you are. You're Ben Beckman." He put his hands up. He stopped. Right.
Yep.
Kizaru only shot after he walked away. Marco was in front of Kizaru and turned his back to him. Like, I'm not scared of your little laser beams or whatever the case is. And like Marco, he took lethal attacks still with the.
He ain't turning it back because he wasn't. That means that he turned it back because he wasn't trying to go save his captain. There ain't nothing about fear at that point.
No, listen. It's still Kizaru's dangerous. He turned his back to it. Like I don't.
Yeah, but like when captain is in trouble, it's your captain in trouble. You supposed to go out there and save your captain. That's what the right hand man in your crew do, right? But like it ain't got nothing to do with fear at that point in time.
Listen, I'm talking about how strong he has to be to do that. Keep this in mind too. Diamond Jozu. When Diamond Jozu got distracted by Aokiji froze his arm and broke it. Marco with his powers disabled. Turned his back to Kizaru and kept going. That's how strong he was with the cuffs.
So if you turn your back to an admiral, that means hold on, man. Let me ask you a question. So if you turn your back to an admiral, that means you strong?
If you got sea stone cuffs on, yeah, and you don't care about what they can do.
If you got sea stone cuffs on.
His back was already turned.
Because I could have sworn all the straw hats like in Saboti turned their back and ran away from that nigga. And like nobody says they strong.
That's a different. But you're not using old information. You're not using old information. It's different because they didn't have sea stone cuffs on them. Marco was at a disadvantage and still turned his back. Marco was at a disadvantage and turned his back. That's like you having. All right, look. That's like you having a gun. That's like you having a gun, and Virgo. They
literally couldn't touch that man. They literally couldn't touch that man, and they still they ain't at a disadvantage.
Like
they ain't got hockey. They can't touch the nigga.
Listen, that's like you having a gun, Virgo having handcuffs on him and turning around like you ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't worried about you. Dad, shoot me if you want to. Like and he turns around.
Do none of that. He ain't do none of that.
Kizaru
he ain't do none of that.
Hold on, no.
Hey, to be real, I think it was more along the lines of he got the cuffs on. He was like, "Oh shit," and turned around.
You're missing the point, Ty. That's like
you're trying to downplay. You're trying to downplay an admiral level character, Marco. By
I'm not down. Wait. Hold on. Let me say this.
Strong. That's what we're not.
Yeah. No, this is what I'm saying. Look, I'm not trying to downplay Marco at all. It's just the fact that when that nigga got the cuffs on, he knows himself that he ain't gonna be able to do shit with them cuffs on. So he had to get the fuck on.
That's not true. He was doing stuff with the cuffs on. Look, what
did he do?
Listen, he went to like y'all gotta understand that the way that arc was. Listen. See, this is why like it's like y'all don't understand the chapters so much or whatever like that. And just because it's me explaining, just because it's me breaking it down. Obviously, I am because look what I'm saying. But just because it's me breaking it down, y'all do this. If it was somebody else breaking it down,
Virgo, you could let him say he's smarter than you
all the time.
You stupid, Virgo.
Y'all want to challenge me all the time. But listen,
ain't nobody challenging you because we disagree with you.
No.
I thought we was talking about Sea Stone, not how strong Marco is.
Look. Listen. The reason why all of that happened in the first place, like you, what's his name? Who want to talk about people being smart or not? The only reason why Whitebeard lost in the first place, right? And the reason why Big Mom didn't lose
because he was old and dying.
Because not that, but that plays a part in it.
Hold on.
That plays a part in it.
Ty, I want you to say everything you finna say because I got a retort right after.
Oh. All right. So look. So
he gonna say it.
So that has something to do with it. But the difference is that like at that point in the story, Whitebeard was gonna die. That's what the story was written. It was written for him to die. At Big Mom, at Whole Cake, it was written for Luffy to fight Katakuri, not for Big Mom to get defeated. So since Whitebeard had to die, that means that his crew had to get nerfs, right? Disadvantages. So the only reason why any of Whitebeard commanders lost their fights was because they all got distracted for Whitebeard.
You can't change what happened in the story.
Is that if Marco just fought Kizaru without worrying about Whitebeard, that would have never happened.
So Ty,
that goes against what happened in the story. That's what you believe. We can't go against what happened in the story.
No, because look. If you don't have to agree with me, but by not agreeing with me, that's like you paying what Guado did for mine. That's like you paying.
No, I'm talking about just Marco with the Sea Stone bullet. I ain't talking about none of the other shit. When he got the handcuffs on and why he wasn't effective with the handcuffs. We can see Luffy. Let me finish talking. You ain't let me finish talking. I'm giving you your respect to let you. You gonna like what we doing right now? What we doing right now?
I'm gonna let you talk, but you're saying stuff.
You ain't letting me talk. You talking?
Because listen,
how can you let me talk while you talking?
Because listen,
like that don't make sense.
Look, listen. What you're doing, you're leaving a lot of information out when you.
Makes no sense.
You're leaving. If you wasn't doing this, I wouldn't cut you off. You're leaving a lot of information out when you.
If I wasn't trying to talk, you let me talk. If I wasn't trying to talk, you let me talk. Because that's all I'm doing. Is trying to talk. I was mid-point and you cut me off.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, like you wilding.
Like this is what Cool is saying. He's saying I don't want to talk about anything before the cuffs got on. Once the cuffs get on, that's what we're talking about.
That's the only thing I'm talking about. I ain't talking about Squirtle, stabbing.
That still has to do. None of that shit.
What that got to do with Marco?
Listen, that still has to do.
Getting stabbed by Squirtle got to do with Marco.
This is the thing. It's like how smart are you when we talking? If what happened next?
No, that's what you ain't finna do. You ain't finna do nothing like that. You gonna keep the same energy because I ain't disrespect you nowhere near. When I'm talking, you having the conversation. That ain't gonna help you win the argument by trying to call me dumb. Like fuck out of here.
First, listen, you must.
That's what you ain't gonna do. No, you must be dumb because you can't win an argument with facts. You gotta go talk shit because you can't win an argument with facts. You must be dumb because you can't talk.
No, first I wasn't even talking to you. I sent that at whoever said it, which you didn't.
I don't give a fuck who you said. Whatever. You talking to me right now. You talking to me right now. I don't give a fuck what you were doing. You talking to me right now.
I want to call you stupid.
The
I can
fuck?
call you stupid. If I want to call you dumb right now.
Taekwon. We can do that. We can do that then. We can do that then. If that the kind of energy we have,
really want to
listen to what you just said.
Who are you calling?
That's
what I want to know.
Listen, somebody else. Wait, look, listen to what you're saying. Somebody else. Wait, look, listen. I'm gonna explain what happened. Somebody else said something about.
Who was the somebody else then? Say who you talking about?
That said the handcuff thing.
Listen.
Is that what you're talking about?
Listen, what you're saying. Somebody.
He don't know who he's talking to. He don't know who he's talking to. He's stupid. He don't know who he's talking to.
No, you're stupid.
Oh, you're stupid.
Listen, somebody else.
You're stupid.
So I said that back. For you to say that, for you to say that, oh, you don't care that somebody said.
He don't know who he's talking to. Like we're in a car full of people. He still don't know who he's talking to. He ain't addressed it.
Talking to you.
We talking about who you said you was talking about somebody else at first, and now you don't know who you talking to. So now you talking to me. Are you talking to me now? Are you talking to big news? Are you talking to big news? Are you talking to me? Like
the person who said it.
All I know is wait. All I know is Jimbe the GOAT. Okay.
Hey, thank you.
Listen, I wasn't talking to you, but what you're saying makes no sense. Somebody said it, so I said it back.
But who are you talking to then? Who are you talking to then?
Yeah.
No, look, listen. This is the thing.
That's what I'm trying to figure
out. He don't know. He don't even know.
With the panel you're doing it right now. Look, look, listen, because it's not important. It was probably Chief, but whoever said it, I said it back to you. You're like, oh no, don't say that. Like, no, somebody said it to me. I'm gonna say it back. And if I want to call you stupid, I'll call you stupid. You're stupid. You're not gonna stop me from calling you stupid.
Okay, we can move on, bro. We can move on, my guy.
We can move on, but I'm just letting you know.
The retcon was C-Stone. Y'all want to get back on?
Yes,
that's what I'm trying to talk about.
The retcon. Because Marco,
I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it was a retcon though.
I feel like it's just
real flimsy.
Why do you think retcon? Big news.
Because, like I said, when Marco got his handcuffs on, he could still stand and walk. When Boa went to Impel down with Luffy, she got handcuffs put on her. She was still talking and walking. Like it's not that big of a deal. Now, if you want to talk about the energy they're exerting, neither one of them are using their devil fruits. I don't see why they wouldn't be able to lift nothing.
Big news. But there's a difference. Standing and talking is different from lifting mad heavy blocks on your back.
The way I always can I respond to it? The way I've always like tried to interpret it is like when he first touch it, you know what I'm saying? Like they get weaker at first, but like you get back okay. It just turn your powers off. It don't make you like weak. You just like the reason why he make him like say I'm getting woozy and shit because he got like a base of the reader that like that's just doing something to him. That's
hold
what
on,
I'm.
But wait, now Virgo. I'm sorry, now Virgo. I would like
can we imply that Luffy's base was never strong enough to be able to do all that with C-Stone?
What? Get in here.
I do think that this is a way like of Oda to give us like some kind of knowledge for how he's going to be kind of like just being a physical monster now. Like Luffy was super strong before, but like now it's going to be him building up muscle. And this is like you guys obviously watched Dragon Ball, right? Like, apes and like when they went to King Kai, the weights that he used for Goku, right? That's why I imagine it to be for Oda.
Mm-hmm.
Like once he takes out the C-Stone,
like it's a training arc.
Yeah, I think this is a way for them to both get
I can see that.
It won't be a bullshit thing if he goes then comes back.
You have to show have one of those, Chris.
Yeah, the penguin, bro.
Well, now that I gotta ask you that, I want to ask y'all this: like, how many power ups do you think he gonna need to be able to fight Kaido? Because like, I think we all assume he gonna get like second level ornament in this arc at some point in time, right? Like, we all assume that, right?
I'm gonna tell you what I think is gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen.
I don't know.
Luffy's gonna get a power up. Kaido's gonna get nerfed in some form, and it's gonna be something that's only gonna happen this one time. Those three things are gonna happen.
Yep.
It's gonna be some bullshit. It's gonna be some bullshit when he beat him.
That sounds older.
Exactly, Darcy. Exactly.
Wow.
It's gonna be some.
Just get faded, bro.
I feel like
we're
we
gonna learn a lot more about
Kaido
just this arc because like Oda's been waiting on this arc a minute, and we've been waiting for like the C-Stone bullets, and we got the C-Stone nails, and just C-Stone everywhere. People say Kaido's club might be C-Stone, so like all the retcons or whatever we think is going on, like I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, like y'all don't.
You think?
I don't believe in Luffy
enough.
I think Zoro's gonna get a C-Stone sword.
I don't think Kaido gets nerfed this arc.
What?
I mean, Oda said Sea Stone is from Wano.
You heard it. It's Sea Stone sword time, my guy.
I think so too.
A Sea Stone fucking sword?
Oh,
Virgo,
OP.
I got you.
Wait,
The reason why you can't get a Sea
Are you
Stone
serious right now, my G?
Hey, would he not be broken?
Look.
What?
I don't the only reason I don't want a Sea Stone sword is because of niggas like Big News.
That's right.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
Hey, Zoro top 5 for real then. Don't play
Oh yeah, about
Nigga, that is despicable. No.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
about Kaido being nerfed. Like the only nerf Kaido has that we've seen is him being drunk. But unlike Big Mom, him being
That's
drunk
not a
lasted
nerf.
for not too long. No, that is
Him
a nerf.
being drunk makes him stronger.
Him being drunk. No, listen. If it
How does it
wasn't for
make
him
you
being
stronger? What are we
The
saying?
alcohol strength.
Hold on, wait. You ever have
See,
you
yo, this
ever
is what I'm
been
talking
drunk
about.
and
Like, yo,
wanna
like
fight?
listen, because he was drunk, Luffy landed that hit on him in the first place. Like him being drunk is a nerf.
No,
Wait,
it's
But
not.
Ty,
He's always drunk.
do you see what I'm saying when I said that though? Those 3 things, or do you not agree with that?
Wait. But I wasn't finished talking yet. This is the thing. It's like listen, no matter what I say, being drunk is a nerf, and that's a fact. But somebody want to say something like, it's not a nerf. Like yo, it's a nerf, right? But listen. So unlike Big Mom, because Big Mom had her nerf. Big Mom nerf was her tantrums.
This man, he want respect, but they're gonna try and disrespect us and shit. Like we won't just talk over your ass. Like
No. Listen. I don't want any.
we allow
respect
your
from
ass to come in here and talk.
Y'all don't have to respect me at all, whatever. I'm not even worried about it. No, but I'm just saying a fact though. Like it's like it doesn't matter.
You can't be a dick and then when somebody cut you off, complain. Like exactly, that's what we telling you.
I disagree with your point.
Listen, wait.
I asked a simple question. Do you agree with the 3 things that I said, Taekwon? Yes or no?
Wait.
I'm
Let's take something into
and I'm not Taekwon.
Let's take something into perspective, right?
No, I'm not talking about the Sea Stone sword. We're talking about Kaido again.
Wait, let's take something into
Kaido getting faded.
Let's take something into.
Shut the fuck up.
Let's take something. Yo, let's take something into perspective, right? Obviously, y'all clout chasing, so y'all can say what y'all want. But let's take something.
Clout chasing.
Getting faded.
This dude is OD.
Where we get into
obviously,
Yo,
I
asked a simple question, man. This is a simple question.
As far as
Virgo,
ask the
Virgo, you got a cloud
let me say this.
You got a cloud
You gonna let him
account,
do that, Virgo?
Because I want my
Do
account.
that, Virgo?
I want my account.
Virgo, you gonna love.
I asked a simple question about the 3 things I said.
Ask the question again. Ask the question again.
Yo, I just want to say this about your respect, right? If I say Kaido has a nerf,
Yo, bro, ask your question.
If I say Kaido has a nerf.
Okay. Hold on, Taekwon. He didn't hear the question. Well, it wasn't really a question. I made a statement, and I said, "Do you think that?" The statement was, "Kaido's going to get nerfed. Luffy's going to get a power up, and there's going to be an event that happens one time. That can only happen one time."
That's just one piece of writ. That's just one piece of writ.
The Dragon Festival.
And what I'm asking is, why can't Kaido just get faded?
Oh, he can.
He can. We just saying like.
I'm saying
that means Zoro gonna do it. What you mean?
He can. I'm not saying he can't.
Get that out of here.
But I'm saying
those
3 things should happen.
What's that?
That's based off how like past arcs are written. That's just how One Piece is written. Like something's gonna happen. Let me go real quick. Let me go real quick because I feel.
Oh yeah, but
I feel like. Okay, I wasn't talking. I wasn't saying anything.
All right, listen. I don't feel that type of way. So you're gonna
like,
talk.
Like, are you going? No, I ain't gonna let you do.
I'm about to talk. You was the one who was like,
you on the whole shit, bro. Like, anyway, let me go on and say what I was saying. At the end of the day,
super cool, go, man.
What up, King? All I'm saying is that's just how One Piece is written. Like, usually when, especially post time skip, whenever he beats somebody, especially with Luffy fights. In the main boss fights, he writes the fights in a way where, like, you can argue that the main villain was supposed to win that fight, but Luffy prevails anyway. It ain't like no concrete answer, you know what I'm saying? Unless you just try and argue that. That's the way he tries to write these fights. So at the end of the day, these people that fought Luffy can go, like, talk and say, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fought the King of the Pirates and I should have beat his ass. We know for a fact that Luffy gonna get stronger throughout the story. But for this one fight, you know what I'm saying? That's just how you write fights. You write fights with nerfs. This is how he does shit. He writes like story-driven plots in all of his fights. That's just the way things go. It ain't no Dragon Ball Z shit like who's stronger. Like my power level stronger than yours, so I just win. He always does like plot shit in his fight.
Plot convenience. Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
It'll never be the same.
It'll never be the same.
Oh yeah, so what I was saying, like,
getting faded.
like you made a bogus claim. I guess you were salty. Like, I want respect. I don't want no respect.
I'm still talking about this, my guy. I said that 15 minutes ago. You still talking about it? You must be hurt. Your feelings must be hurt about this. You still talking about it?
Because I talk about it doesn't mean I'm hurt. Like, you can hit my.
I'm asking you a question. I wasn't telling you what you were doing. I asked you a question. I said you must be hurt because you still talking about it. Yeah, no, you just told me I told you that. I'm asking you a question. I corrected you. You said something wrong, so I corrected you.
For the cloud,
when y'all done fighting, we're gonna talk about Zoro.
We ain't fighting. How am I fighting? You keep bringing this shit on me. Like, how am I fighting?
Because you made a claim talking about I want respect. I don't answer.
How much you got?
And you made a claim talking about we clout chasing. So you made a bogus claim too. What the fuck?
Can y'all donate me some clout, please?
If I say
we talk to Virgo every day, my guy. How we gonna clout chase when we tap this nigga every day?
No, look, listen.
Who clout we trying to take?
If I say something about Virgo, he has the right to answer and be like, oh nah.
I appreciate you, Virgo.
Ain't nobody.
All I'm saying is about the respecting, right? Because I don't want any respect from any of y'all because
not clout chasing. Ain't that right, Virgo?
Ain't nobody clout chasing.
Look, if I say,
well, let's move on. Let's move on.
Zoro the Sea Stone Sword, man. Come on.
I want to be a mom.
So if I say,
Ty, you've been talking this whole time, man. How people cut you off still?
if I say, listen, because y'all cutting me off. Look, if I say a fact, right,
and we gonna keep cutting you off
because we don't care about what you're saying. We don't care about what you're saying.
This Sea Stone Sword.
We don't care.
So yo, Virgo, Virgo, you need to control them because they're cutting me. You can't even.
Now you're asking Virgo. You can't take this. Now you want to listen. You clout chasing.
I gotta cut you off.
You ain't gonna do that. He invited us here. Like, you ain't special.
No, listen, you cut me off every
If it makes you feel better, I was invited first. So I'm
how you feel about the Sea Stone Sword, man?
I'll tell you next time. But you know, I want everyone to be down through autobiography.
Ty's right, Virgo. You gotta control that, man. What they doing right now?
Aries, how you feel about the Sea Stone Sword?
If I say something, right?
Man, I'm
seeing
you already
if
know.
I say something that's a fact, right? Like Hydra,
how you feel about the Sea Stone Sword, man?
So look, if I say
Sea
something
Stone
that's a fact,
Sword gonna be OP as shit, my boy. That shit gonna break a nigga back.
Only thing is, I don't think it's gonna happen because it'd be kind of hard to cut down Seastone to that sharp edge. So I think if he gets Seastone on the back end of his sword, that might work.
Wait, they Seastone Pike though.
All right, so like I said,
nigga, shut up, nigga. We not talking about that.
Okay,
yo, you shut up. We're gonna talk about it because I'm
nigga, we moved on.
Let it go.
Ty, you might as well
want some respect.
You might as well try to give them some respect, and I think they're returning.
But you just said you don't want no respect.
No, I
So
don't.
we ain't giving you no respect. You don't want none, so we ain't gonna give you none. We ain't gonna let you
trying to talk about this Sea Stone Sword. Just be quiet, man.
Like I said, Virgo.
You don't want our respect, so we ain't finna like shut up and let you talk, cause we don't want our respect. We ain't finna respect you. It's that simple.
You know,
I know y'all niggas can hear me.
We ain't hear you till Jordan.
Hey, if you ain't dropping no anime bars,
y'all niggas can't hear me, man.
Nope.
We can hear you now.
This is my stream now.
Alright. Hey, shut the fuck up. Listen.
Hey. I'm the captain now.
Hey, shut this shit down, bro.
He said that.
Hey, I will end this bitch right now, bro. Y'all niggas need to calm the fuck down.
What about me? I've been calm.
Shut your ass up.
Jump.
Oh no!
Like y'all doing all I was saying was one thing.
That is mad at us, yo.
That's why you shut up too.
Oh, he gonna stop this car right now.
Nobody's clout
Don't
chasing.
end the stream.
Nobody, nigga, we all.
No, yo, Virgo, they clout chasing because look what they're doing. They
He still doing it up. He still doing it up.
No.
I'm gonna be honest.
Virgo,
I want
he
my
did this
clout.
last stream.
I want to get
He like
paid.
trying to save y'all. Like y'all will say something wrong or whatever. Or y'all do something wrong. And he try to save y'all. And I don't let him slide.
Who's trying to save her? What is he trying to save her?
Can you
He
be
just saved your ass.
He's
Because
saying
He just
that
saved your ass. He wasn't even letting you talk.
somebody and 70%.
Yeah, like be specific. Who are you talking about? Like it ain't that hard, my guy.
everybody who's cutting me off when I was talking.
I'm not
when I was
We all cut you
what I
off.
was saying.
Mainly,
Mainly,
Virgo cut you off too. To be fair, Virgo told you to
mainly
shut
Super
up.
Oh,
C
Virgo
Is
told
Virgo
me.
chasing
You're
his clout
the
on
main
his
one.
stream?
No,
Is
Virgo. This is
chasing
Virgo's channel.
himself?
That's different.
Yeah,
He's
so
just trying to tell
Is he
everybody
chasing
to calm
No,
down.
himself?
that's my channel. What do you mean?
Yeah.
That's right.
Virgo, stop
Can we
chasing
talk
your
about
own
this
tail.
C-Stone sword now? Y'all get out your feelings.
Y'all after my clout, man. I gotta let y'all go.
That's what I'm saying. Apparently, if
I
you just
can't mess with y'all.
that's just crazy, man.
I don't know if I triggered y'all or whatever happened, but like y'all
Ain't
don't.
nobody triggered, bro. We
Yes,
moved
you
on.
are
You the
triggered. Yo,
only one still talking about it. You the only one still talking about it. We been
You're the
moved
main
on.
one trying to stop me from talking about it though. Like
Cause I
No,
said we
nigga, you
moved
just as
on.
disrespectful as that
How
nigga. We been
we
moved on.
you feel some
we
type of
been
way.
moved on, and you keep sticking
Ignore
to it. So
him.
like, what are you
Super
doing?
cool. Ignore him.
That's
Ignore
what
him.
I'm saying. Like, man,
You
trash.
Just talk.
triggered. No, that's
So
fine.
big
Other
news
than that,
about this.
it wouldn't be
About
Yeah.
this
a
sword.
problem. Like
Big
How about
news.
every
Zoro
single time
getting
I talk.
faded by a
Yes,
samurai to get stronger?
I like that. I can see
I
that.
like that too. That's a
Yeah,
real.
he got to.
I want to be averse to
But
it.
if I
See,
triggered
I
you
would
and you
actually,
feel some type
I
of
would actually
way, or you feel
prefer
some
So
say
Bro,
something,
come
you
on,
you
man.
didn't
I
have to
feel
act like
like.
that. You
Hold
cut
on,
me off
hold
at the
on.
same time.
But I feel like it would have to be a hard fight because I don't just want Zoro to get faded for no reason. Like
Oh no,
he
we
gotta
can't have
Oh
learn
that.
the
no.
technique,
It has to be
or
a hard
like
fight.
He got
it
to be
has to be a
somebody.
purpose,
He got to be somebody
something
cool
meaningful.
too. Like, I still want him to like, cause we all want him to get another
I ain't know
sword
what I
too. So
said. I ain't
like,
know what I said was hurting you like that.
are you doing?
I
What
ain't
are you
get that.
doing right now, my guy?
Super
Like,
cool. Super
what
cool.
are you
Nah.
doing?
Super cool. He wants
Like,
attention.
Like
He's like
obviously, what
kitten.
I'm saying must be
all right.
hurting you
So
if I can't
as
even
I was
say it
saying,
because
man, like before all
you
this shit
hurt.
happened, what I was
Everybody
saying
know that.
is like we
Go ahead.
all want Zoro to get a new sword anyway. So like the best way to get him a new sword would probably be like let him lose a fight, let that sword get broken, and get
Nah,
another
I don't
sword at
know.
some point
I
in
don't
time.
I
think
actually,
a
Oh, wait, can I
sword
give you
can
one?
break.
wait. What
Yeah,
do
it
you
was
guys
good.
think
Yeah,
about
I want to
So
give
Zoro
he
you
just
one.
getting?
gonna retire the sword? Why would he just leave the sword alone?
Wait.
I
There's
feel
a
like
couple
Say something.
options here.
Yeah.
What do
it'll
you guys
have to
think
be a
of Zoro getting
challenge,
a sword built for him? Like an
I
That's
actual
want
what.
that to
sword.
happen too. That'd be fine for me too.
Like
That's what
I'd
like
be
like
completely
like
fine with that.
like him making a name out of his own sword. You
I was
saying?
gonna say
Yeah,
like I think he's gonna
I'm with
break the
that.
third. I think he's gonna
Yeah,
break the.
Of course you
Oh
with that
my
big
god.
news.
how do you guys? All right, I gotta
We're
ask
playing
y'all
these
really
games, huh?
quick. How
I
do
can
you
play these games.
feel
No,
about
my
okay,
Zoro
turn to
okay.
talk now.
having
Y'all
to?
let CGK talk,
Let the
man.
Yeah,
man
that's
Let
all,
talk,
man.
CGK talk.
Fucked
man.
up.
Come
Yeah,
on.
I've been quiet all on the stream. Just real quick though, I was gonna say like I think that he's gonna break the third Katetsu, right? Because it's like on the island, and I think the Tengu is gonna go and make him the best Katetsu sword. Since
Yeah.
as we've seen, the Katetsus get weaker with each generation, so it'd be perfect for that dude on this island to like be the best swordsmith, and Zoro to like rep his own sword. So probably be renamed.
I
What
agree with
about
that too.
what?
Let me respond to that real quick a bit.
Yeah.
Like to me, like the way I see it, like it's either he gets a new sword made for him, or they go through with the goddamn like the shit about the Orochi myth, where like when the dude who beat Orochi, he like cut him in half. He got like a new sword when he beat Orochi or whatever. It's either
Yeah.
that, but whatever sword he get, like I feel like it's got to be like a 13th like supreme grade sword because it got to be like the highest quality of sword because that's
Yeah,
what he
he's
got to
gonna have
get
to
out of this fight.
upgrade it.
That was
Yeah.
Susanoo too, just FYI.
Yeah.
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 But what
I
I
want
was saying is another
the third
option
head.
is he can give back the national treasure that he got. And
I
then
don't
he can
think
get a new
that's.
sword.
I don't think he
Shisu's
can
too
give
So-
it.
cool,
Give him
man.
a sword.
It
Shisu's
is
too
very
cool, man.
cool.
So what's
Yeah,
gonna
this is
happen with the sword Luffy has then? Y'all don't
I think
think
he's
he's
gonna
gonna
keep
get that?
I think Luffy just gonna give it back when Wano over with. He just keeping the sword for like aesthetics because like in Wano you got to be a swordsman.
Right.
Like Luffy looking at it like I need a sword.
I mean,
Yeah,
what if
and
that's
I
if
how?
you're
want to
looking
know
at what Lady
how would
Toki
y'all
said
feel
too, the
about
Nan Samurais,
Zoro.
he has to have a sword.
How would
Yeah,
y'all
that
feel
is true.
about Zoro having to fight somebody with one sword instead, like a real like? How would
I
y'all
think
feel about
That's
that?
fine.
that's
That's
the
fine.
only fight he would lose.
But
If he was to
wait,
lose, that's the only
Zoro
way he
got
can
one
lose.
sword style though.
The only
No,
reason why
but
I ain't
like,
gonna like that Milo is because people in the Discord and people gonna hype him up. Like if he beat somebody dumb strong with one sword style, they're gonna be like
no,
Zoro
but
would know
30%.
he ain't
but
have
what
all
if
That's
three
right.
swords,
That's
so he's
right.
way
That's
That is
right.
stronger than
correct.
that.
That is
what
true.
if
100. That's correct. He
somebody?
was not at his
What if
strongest.
Yeah,
somebody's like your
You got
I know y'all.
Still though.
What if somebody is like your confidence?
Hey, Virgo locked out of his own shit.
Hey, that's how the magic and
Well, I
nails
gotta
hit him. He had
go.
a stomach ache. Remember when he
That's
fought Hawkins?
that's
right.
all of
He
me
was
you
nervous.
get. I gotta go judge.
You get
a
your
battle,
clout before you
so
leave, please.
I'm out.
Yeah, get your clout, my guy.
This is
I
Chef
got-
Milo.
That's what
Cash in my
I was
clout
This
doing.
before
is
I
Chef
leave.
Milo,
That's what
the
I'm
man
doing.
who shut down
All right, Milo, go
Make
get
sure
your
y'all
clout,
remind me
my
to
nigga.
cash in my clout before I leave.
I shut
Go
down
get your clout, my
Scott.
nigga.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yo, different.
Anybody cashing in yet?
No, not yet. I'm saving it
All
up.
right.
Nah, I'm
Oh,
saving my
but
clout so I
Mine
get
is
that shit
just
back
for
with
this
interest,
clout.
boy.
Well, me
Oh,
too.
What you
something,
mean?
my
My
guy.
ching, there you
That
go,
shit,
man.
what?
Virgo, I want
Hey,
my
I'm about
money
to change my
tonight.
name to
Your
Stop
clout
1,000
playing.
score
clout.
has been increased.
I heard a different type of Virgo tonight, boy.
Oh,
That
that's
nigga,
the Discord meme
hey,
now. Hey,
Yeah.
man.
Nah,
that
nah,
nigga,
nah. Listen.
that nigga
That's
Virgo
a Discord
got
now.
the dad voice, boy. I'm about to
Yeah,
pull this
what?
barber right
Listen,
now.
I would
Oh,
never
man.
allow him to say I didn't get angry not once in my life. Boy.
hold on.
Clout
If
chasing here,
that's his
baby. Let's
serious,
go.
like yo, y'all gotta really shut up voice. He gotta get better at that word, cause
That
nobody
was
was
funny.
listening. So.
That was funny. When nobody, we all like, okay, dad. Like,
And
like, that's my guy, though.
yeah, I
Nah,
know.
so
Virgo in the chat. Virgo in the chat. Listen to y'all.
That's
He
cool.
I
can't get
know
back
it.
in.
Cool.
Yeah,
But he just had
stars.
to
Tell him come
The
in.
stars stream now, guys.
he
No one
He
had to
can't.
put that. He had to put
So
the anger in his voice.
Virgo,
Like,
this our
everybody.
stream now, nigga. This our stream now, nigga.
Hey,
Yo,
this
they
is
gonna
Yeah.
invite y'all to
this is like when
prototype
Law cut your ass
DDV.
down, nigga.
That boy about to say, shut this
He had to
down.
put the anger in
Who
his voice,
analyst?
which he didn't do. He had to be like,
Yo,
everybody,
Yeah.
shut up, and he had to kick somebody out, which he
we
didn't
got
do.
So,
so much
hey
He
clout.
had
y'all,
to like make
I'm
it
the new
serious.
Virgo now. So you know, all y'all on y'all,
Law
subscriber
finna
Can you
cut
list.
your
spare
ass
me some
down
clout,
too.
please?
Everybody on the subscriber list, go follow Soft Guy There 71. He's cool.
Oh, what a set! Oh man,
Shayla Jack casting in with that clout now.
Yeah, hey,
he cashed all in. All the
if that's
clout
Shayla's
what we
close.
chasing.
doing, I'm gonna get
Yo,
mine.
you know how fast
Shit.
Might as
everybody,
well.
But yeah,
you know how fast
what?
everybody would have shut it up if he would have screeched that joint.
Shut it up is not a word.
And then if he would
Hey,
have
y'all
been
funny
like,
with that dad voice bullshit. Listen,
You did it,
yo,
man.
you gotta work on that. Yo, son, next time,
Yo, Virgo, welcome to my stream, bro.
put that
Yeah,
anger
what's
in your
good,
voice.
Virgo? Thank
hey,
you for coming
BDV,
through,
shut
man.
your ugly ass up. You the reason I got locked out.
Hey,
Hey,
Virgo.
Virgo, thanks for coming
Don't be
through the
coming in
stream,
here
bro.
looking for clout, man. Don't
Yeah.
be clout
Hey,
chasing
yo,
in here,
Virgo.
man.
Hey,
Hey, ain't
man,
no
hey,
Virgo
I'm
over
glad
here.
to be here, man. I heard it's been good so far.
Ain't no getting
Thanks, man.
angry
There's a
over
lot of
here,
clout
man.
chasers right now.
Hey,
I don't want them to
man, listen,
demonetize my
man.
channel. Watch what you say.
Hey, that voice y'all heard is not indicative of how I am.
Nah,
Listen,
he's an asshole more than
listen,
Nah,
you
nigga,
gotta
Oh,
kick
you got
all
a
the
man.
whole
clout
body.
next
I
time.
see
You
Hey,
gotta be like,
that voice comes out very, very rarely.
So you gotta
you
nip
gotta be
that
like,
shit in the bud before
Yeah,
that shit even get to that low.
That's what C
you
Stone
gotta be
Sword
like,
does to people, man.
Hey,
No,
listen,
look.
hey, man, listen. Hey, I wasn't angry. I was just disappointed.
Oh
gotcha.
no,
But
we
still,
ain't going for that.
you gotta put the disappointment in your voice. You gotta be
Hey,
like,
nah,
everybody.
that voice. Hey, look.
And
That
then you gotta
voice
be
right
like,
there. That voice is the voice that Virgo used when he hit the girl that can't take dick. She keep running.
Oh no!
Oh no! Come on back, bitch!
Where you go?
Hey,
then you
put
gotta
your
kick.
hand down. Put
You
your
gotta
hand
kick
down.
4 people out the
Why
stream.
you running?
Hey,
You gotta be like,
Yeah,
this
why
is
you
my
running?
stream. I'm the
Why are you
B.
running?
Oh,
Hey, I just gotta kick 4 niggas.
What are you running?
Oh, why are you running? Why are you
Somebody
running?
echoing in that bit? Or that's just me?
Yeah.
Somebody
No, that's me.
echoing.
Oh, okay. I should have.
Hey, Virgo,
We
you
can't have
got
that
to
on my
leave.
stream, bro.
Yeah, you got to leave your stream with that bullshit, bro.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't be
yeah.
on the stream like
Hey,
that.
you right, bro. Hey,
Hey,
send me to
Virgo.
the Shadow Realm, fam.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
Virgo.
Yeah, we
you
finna
showing
dismiss
up on
your.
Virgo stream with that ass
Yeah.
mic.
Yeah,
You're not about
you
to
got
be
a good
clout
mic
chasing,
stand
my
right
guy.
there.
Not over here.
no, but listen, and then y'all making jokes, but it's like y'all clout chasing, but then y'all making jokes about the clout chasing. Like, I don't get that.
Here
You
do
must
I.
subscribe to Top Corner 2000 finals channel.
This
How
man,
we
the
clout
number,
chasing? Huh?
No, listen,
says the
Virgo.
number one clout
Obviously,
chaser
obviously,
in
you're
the
not.
community.
Oh.
This
That sounds
man.
like a
You
jealous.
be in
That sounds like a
everybody's streams.
jealous.
You don't even go to Brogger streams no more. You go to King of
Oh
Lightning
That sounds
streams,
like a
shit.
nigga. Clout
jealous
chasing, nigga.
statement you're saying, right?
Nigga, shut up,
You're
nigga.
saying a jealous
Oh,
statement right there.
man.
Oh
So that just
no.
I
shows the
can't
animosity
wait till I
that
see
I
you
have
in New
towards
York.
me.
So when
It
he
shows
said the same thing that you
clout
just
chasing.
said, he's jealous and you're fine?
I know, right?
No. Listen.
Yo,
Obviously,
Vegas
what he
only
said. Like,
nigga with a whole bunch of blackberries
what's the
on his
take from
crew.
what he said? He's like, you're in everybody's stream. That's so salty. You're not even in
No,
Broggle
nigga.
streams
I'm
anymore.
saying like you don't pull up the Bronco strings anymore,
you know what
nigga.
I mean?
You go to King of Lightning shit now.
Well, listen. Me and Brago.
Hey,
right?
wait. Cool. You still in here?
Yeah, I'm still in there, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. I just want to change the conversation. Anyway, look.
He changed the conversation. Virgo went that conversation. Virgo,
nigga,
like,
how you feel about Zoro taking that L to Hawkins though?
Hold on, watch your mouth, man. We're not about to do that. Yeah, we're not about to do that.
Oh no! hey, Hawkins been getting some dubs, man.
Hawkins got some. He got that sauce. He got to look impressive. He wouldn't have looked impressive. We would have called him trash. So we got to keep that same.
But check this out,
Did he get a dub over Law? That's what I want to know.
No,
that same energy.
No,
we're not about to do that.
He ain't got no more sauce than Jimbe though.
Hey, look. Of course not. The fuck.
Jimbe got the sauce.
But let me say this about fucking Hawkins. Like, I like Hawkins. He's been doing a lot of shit that I've been liking on Wano, but it's one thing that just fucks me up every time. How in the fuck did Law get away? How?
I'm honestly
thinking
I've been yelling that to the heavens.
I can explain to you right now, right?
Yeah, he's working with them.
Okay. Go ahead.
I honestly think Hawkins let him go.
Yeah, me too.
I think the stream is about to end soon, but I'm about to head out.
Okay, see you, buddy.
All right,
Taekwon, you're not wrong.
All right, so
I disagree.
Cause my thing is with Law, like he hit that nigga with a sea stone nail, had that nigga surrounded by his subordinates and was attacking him, and then next time we see him, Law got away. Like everything that we've been talking about,
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it don't. So I really want to know what the fuck happened. Until then, I'm forced to put that L on Hawkins' name. Until
Did it make
find out
sense?
what happened.
Did it make sense when like he first popped up and he didn't tell Kaido about it? He went and like dealt with Star Hat Luffy by himself. Like that didn't make sense either. Like apparently he got to have some shit like going on.
To be honest,
but we got to see it though.
I ain't bro. But
hey, Sauce, the way I see it is this, right? He seen Luffy as like, yo, I can't trust Luffy and none of my plans, so we can get rid of that nigga. But I could talk to you and we could set some stuff up. But now, once Luffy's taken care of, we can talk. That makes sense. Look, Law is way more sensible.
I just think Hawkins is just waiting to see what Luffy was gonna do. I think that's why he was watching when he was attacking Kaido. Because at the end of the day, I feel like all the supernovas are looking for a way to get away from the Yonkos, and Luffy's just looking like the key. You feel me? And I feel like Hawkins is feeling how Capone felt. Like nigga, I already had a plan, but now you here, this plan gonna have to work. You feel me?
Three Virgos in that bitch, ain't it?
That nigga using Shadow Clone Jutsu, boy.
And they pulled up on Luffy. He said something like, what he say?
Shoot, I done kicked one Virgo out. He bring 3 more in this bitch. I kind of agree with that though, King. I do. I agree with that shit. Like at the end of the day, I think Hawkins was just trying to, you know what I'm saying, chase some clout. So that's why he let goddamn Virgo.
No.
Like that's why he let him go. He trying to chase some clout. He wants some attention from Virgo.
I think the opposite. I think he don't want no attention at all. I think that nigga is chilling and waiting till the dust settle. He gonna read that card like, oh,
yo, wow.
You know that 19% turned 21%. I'm just waiting.
Like Hawkins
let me
already
okay.
on their side, because like you said, it doesn't make any sense of how Law got away, and like you also said, you know they're not gonna trust Luffy with knowing everything. So Hawkins probably already switched sides, and we don't even know.
Nah, Hawkins not on their side. Hawkins on his side.
Hawkins on his side. Yeah,
I'm just waiting for whatever time, like in the story, wherever Hawkins do like join our side, and we get him like saying like what % chance do we got to win this fight. Because it got to be like some small shit even still, and he gonna make him do it because Luffy gonna be king of the pirate. He got to like do impossible shit. That's what I'm waiting on.
Hey, boys. Hey man, I'm loving the conversation, but I think it's time we wind it down.
The sub jump.
All right, man. So I think I accumulated like 20 points of clout.
Yeah.
With that
When you be in the Discord later on, Virgo, we'll come and chase your clout, even though we talk to you every single day.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. I'm gonna make parent right.
Cash in my clout really quick.
I talk to every single one of these niggas every motherfucking day.
I got a question.
Yeah, I'm glad I let you host my second channel though.
Can my clout roll over, bro? Like, I don't want to lose any of it.
Got me locked out this bitch. Fuck you. Now what you say?
I said, can my clout roll over? Because I don't want to lose any of this, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, bro. Hey, roll. Hey, Motorola, man. Hey, but it's whatever, though. I just want to say, hey, thank y'all for coming through, bro. Like the motherfucking stream. Y'all like the motherfucking stream. We do this shit all the motherfucking time, and we back to the motherfucking day.